Ladies and gentlemen, we're suspending WoW by the Witchlight for a few moments to hear why
No,
Dice Goblin can't remember several hours of last night, and they were raiding in WoW at the same
it
time.
wasn't WoW. It
Was it
wasn't
WoW? Okay,
WoW.
What
good.
was
What
it?
was it?
It was Destiny. Like,
I mean, that's better.
Wait, no,
That's
that's
better.
worse. Destiny
Isn't,
requires more hand-eye coordination.
oh,
were you
hey,
successful in the raid?
apparently,
Okay, then I see no problem here.
I I even had the wherewithal to change to the correct weapons for the right encounters. I just don't remember doing so. But when I came back to myself, my PC was off, and all
Like
my tabs were gone. So
you did a proper shutdown. It's like, all right.
Oh
Clearly,
my
I was
God.
cognizant
Well-
enough to finish up my evening.
yes, but that wasn't supposed to be the end of the evening, which is why I was like, why am I here? Where? Okay, there's food in front of me.
There's
And-
food in front of me.
Like, my partner made me food. He knows my superpower. If I eat, I'm sober,
If I eat,
which I
I'm
think is what
sober.
happened. But no, like, even my headset was taken off and turned off. Like, there's an actual switch,
Mm-hmm.
so I know it was intentional.
Oh God, I might be hyperventilating a little. It's okay.
That's fine. You're
Ladies and
fine.
gentlemen,
I just
welcome
did not know the rules of the game.
welcome back to Dinner in a Game, where just hearing about your players night before can be just as fun as the game itself.
Yay.
Thank you for
Hooray.
sharing so much. So today we have the pleasure and joy of being run through our D&D 5e campaign by the amazing and incredible Crafty Mirage. Doo, doo, doo.
Hello.
And we're going to be getting to that in just a few moments, but we have a few clearinghouse items that I need to, clearinghouse housekeeping items that I need to take care of. Number one, last night we had Nick from ooh, now my brain was Gehenna Gaming come in, and he ran a one shot for us of Eldritch Automata. And let me tell you, if you like kaiju and you like Jaegers and you like anime, this is going to be the game for you. This game was fucking amazing.
I like all those things.
Yes, and it is on Kickstarter right now, and it is trying to make its stretch goal. Now, Nick did assure us that if they don't make their goal this time, they are still going to relaunch a new Kickstarter later, because they're going to do more self-funding on it. And I can tell you that they are in a pretty good place on production-wise, because like we played the game. So the game's there, the lore is there. It is good. And the entire process was just over the top as much as you wanted, and it was amazing. So, if you guys want to support it, we are doing a little bit to help incentivize you. There is a reward level called Pilot. It is a reward level where you actually get a physical copy of the book as well as the PDF. If you back Eldritch Automata at Pilot or higher, we're going to send everyone who between till 12 a.m. today, or tomorrow I should say, but it's midnight tonight. If anyone backs it at that level or higher, we are going to send them one of our Nightmare 3D dice towers.
Ooh.
And Eldritch Automata is a horror themed RPG, even though it's like Jaegers.
Nice.
It's basically Jaegers fighting Cthulhu in space. So, and Cthulhu shows up in his normal Cthulhu form. But
Of
anyway,
course.
it's amazing, it's incredible, and I really want this to succeed because I want this game. Yeah, I mean, I technically have it, but I want the final product. It's going to be cool as shit. And it uses the Year Zero system, which if any of you ever wanted to play in an RPG that has a narrative strong, mechanics light system, Year Zero is absolutely amazing. So that's enough of me singing that song because I just wanted to help out as much as I could with that, and they deserve it. It's incredible. Also, remember, We are supporting Doctors Without Borders right now in a charity that Run DMG has started. Um, right now, if you contribute to Doctors Without Borders during this stream, if you give them $100, not you personally, if we reach $100 during this
Oh, I
stream,
see. See how it
if we
is.
reach 100 total donations during the stream, we will be giving away one of these, which is our 2 foot long 3D printed dragon. It's fully articulated. It jiggles, it wiggles. It's the ultimate fidget. It is gorgeous,
Oh,
and we will be
baby.
sending you this with its own 3D printed dragon egg. These are the mystery dragon eggs you've seen all over TikTok. This is the I think this is like a medium version of it because I've seen a 5 foot one and it's amazing. But this size version usually goes for about $40 on TikTok, and we will be sending this to you if we reach 100 donations for Doctors Without. Now I'm just fidgeting now. For Doctors Without Borders, and that's total, and we'll do a random drawing from everyone who is in chat. So you must be present to win. We must reach a $100 goal. Now, if we reach a $200 goal during any stream, we give out.
Dice Tower.
We will still give out the fidget, but we will also be giving out one of our Nightmare Dice Towers. So, last thing is, if you do want to support Dinner and a Game in any way, shape, or form, you can definitely subscribe here on Twitch. You can subscribe on our YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Give us stars on Facebook. Bits on YouTube. All those are bits on Twitch, or power chats on YouTube. All those are amazing ways to do it. We appreciate everything. And we want to make this as convenient for everyone as possible. We stream on multiple channels, multiple social medias, because we want everyone to have a chance to access the stream. And we do have other things, like we have an amazing merch line. I am wearing one of the shirts right now. This one is, if you're not playing D&D to flirt with your friends, you're doing it wrong. Unless you're Crafty, because
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Crafty plays D&D because they like D&D and they don't have to flirt. That's the rules. You don't have to.
I don't. Apparently, I've been playing D&D wrong this whole time,
Well,
guys.
this is for people who like flirting. You don't have to flirt if you don't want to.
I like strategy.
Like strategy. Hey,
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy involved in flirting,
I was gonna say.
but not too much,
I have
or
a
you end
neg-
up with one of those big furry hats, and then everything is bad.
Big furry hats.
I have one of those here.
Crafty
For
Flirt
the
didn't
bits
know
for
it.
strategy.
But you can buy one of these shirts. All the proceeds from the shirts go to supporting Dinner and Game. And after having a little talk with Diamond last night, we're going to start actually offering these different pieces of art as wall art, because we realize that not everyone likes shirts and everything like that. But if you wanted to get, as like I say, as an example, I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball art, but you want it on a canvas print. We are going to start offering that in our web store, so you can actually decorate your place with geek-themed art from Dinner and a Game, created by the amazing Red Queen Hales. And we're going to be starting that. We discussed it last night. I did some tests last night, and I'm going to be checking around for some possible other sources, because Streamlabs is excellent because it's a one source for everything shop, but I'm just checking to see if I can do better on the prices, because they're kind of high. $75 for a 24 by 34 print on canvas is a little high. But that's what we're going to be looking at right now. Other than that, if you want to support us in any other way, just give us a follow on any of these on our social medias, and be sure to let us know that you like us just by hitting that follow button. That's the best thing you can do for any creator. It's the ultimate serotonin boost, and it lets us know that we would create this no matter what, because we enjoy this hobby, but it lets us know that someone else appreciates it, and that's the biggest serotonin boost that anyone can get. And speaking of giving us people serotonin boosts, let's say hi to everyone who's playing today. We will start first off with the illustrious Jeremiah McCoy. Jeremiah, how are you doing today?
Yes. Where's my mute button?
That was perfect. I was hoping to get that.
That's a trick question. I am not dead. That's where I'm at. I'm not dead.
Cool.
I'm here to play D&D, and I am not dead. I think that's the best I can hope for.
And I need to clarify. We're calling both of these positives, yes?
Eh,
At least the first part.
Yeah.
The first part.
No, the second part.
Oh, yeah.
The first part is, yeah, we're still debating.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still play Dead or Not.
Ask me when my knees stop hurting. Maybe I'll answer you different. Yeah.
Ooh.
And everyone feels
Okay.
that one.
That was me last night. I had to like soak it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, it's that time of year, folks.
Hmm.
Next, we will go around the horn and say hello to the amazing Bishi Bonnet. How are
Hello.
you doing today?
I am doing all right. I just finished a sausage and gravy pot pie, so I'm bloated. So
There's a
yay!
sausage and gravy pot pie?
Yes, Banquet makes
Possible.
it. It is
Where?
100%.
Where has
Banquet.
this been all my life?
The freezer
Banquet.
section.
I am the Southern bun, so this is right and this is proper.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you had that, and now I know about it, so I will be shopping after this stream. Uh, and next, we'll continue going around the loop to a Dice Goblin Black Cat. I got it right.
Proud of you.
So am I. So
We
how
already
are you
know how
doing?
my night went, so like, nope. Got energy drink. Got goodies in me. I'm good. I'm good. Let's roll some dice.
As they glare at their energy drink, just
Whack.
fuck you.
Nah, man, I'm good. I have tomorrow off. It's beautiful.
Yep. Jeremiah, did you not go up?
You typed it with you missed an E in his name.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I saw the
There you
thing
go.
back. It's like, oh, it didn't go up. Oh, I'll put it up. It'll be fine.
There we go.
Yes. People with learning disabilities should not be given typing keyboards. Anyway, and finally, of course, we have the purveyor of today's festivities, the amazing Crafty Mirage. How are you
Hi.
doing?
I mean, I'm awake. I'm caffeinating slowly just because this is a 4-hour game and I don't want to overdo it on the drink too quick. And
You wanna get twitchy?
and I'm not working till the 23rd of this month, so I have the next 9 days off.
Hell yeah.
Vacation.
Vacation. Oh, sorry. Never bring the Bengals up in polite company.
It didn't work again. Oh well.
What?
On the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm
When you
getting your
did-
I'm getting your Etsy shop right now. I don't know why it's not
Okay.
working. Yours has an issue, and so I'm going to go
Doesn't
fix it.
like
In the
me.
meantime, it does. It will. We like you, so screw it. There it goes.
Which doesn't like my crochet.
Crochet is amazing.
Yeah.
I actually ordered something for my wife from Crafty, and it is one of her what would you call
It's a sweater. It's a scarf,
scarf,
but also a
sweater?
sweater.
A
But yeah,
sweater?
it's a scarf with sleeves, so you can wrap it around yourself like a sweater.
And it
Oh.
is.
It's very
so-
nice.
It number one, so amazingly soft. Number two, I don't know what perfume you used on it, but my wife literally fell asleep cuddling it because she loves
Oh,
the perfume so much.
That's just the candles that I'm constantly burning in my house and incense. It's a mixture, honestly, of it's a thnid. There we go. It's a mixture of several incense sticks because it took me 2 weeks to make that. It's a mixture of a pumpkin spice candle and several incense sticks of various like aromas. So it's a
Wow.
blend.
So
of my house.
I was actually gonna ask you what actual like perfume it was so I could get it for my wife because she
None.
liked it so much.
I
And now
don't
I'm
wear
like,
perfume.
So baby, it's more complicated than that.
You're just gonna have to like smoke it. Like
Gotcha.
me.
So disappointed.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything for all of us and everything from my housekeeping into things. Thank you so much
Hey.
for listening to me prattle on and take up precious time from Crafty's life. I'm going to turn the entire show over to her, and please, everyone, enjoy of Lawson Light as we get run through the ringer and Crafty makes us cry.
And I am not always trouble, McCoy. See that in chat. I got chat up.
I have been your ST for how long? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So last week, our team got our adventurers came together at the Witchlight Carnival, and kind of realized Trash and Killian and Nim kind of realizing that they were all there for similar reasons, teamed up and met Robin Clover, a worker at the carnival, and who took on the task of guiding them through the festivities as they walked around, and they began to really just immerse themselves while also keeping an eye out for things. Nim won the fairy cake eating contest. They met with Eliwick Thumblestrum, who bought them tickets and vaguely explained that they were all where they needed to be.
And is totally not a planeswalker.
Totally not a planeswalker. What? No.
Oh.
No, not at all. But they started to get the sense that the things in the carnival weren't all jolly and merry, but with how reserved the carnival owners were with information, not even the people who worked there really knew what was going on, at least not fully. But they ended up going to the what's it called? The Hall of Illusions. I was about to call it the House of Mirrors, and I'm like, that's not what it's called. They went to the Hall of Illusions, where they encountered the Witchlight Hand Candlefoot, a friend of Robin's who had his voice stolen, and who has no color. And also noticed a halfling by the name of Reuben fleeing into the Hall of Illusions in tears after failing to propose to his girlfriend. And they followed him. They followed Reuben inside and explored the Hall of Illusions, where they saw childlike versions of themselves in the mirrors, and eventually saw Reuben about to be pulled into the mirrors by one of the carnival thieves, Salpig. Trash was able to prevent Reuben from being taken, and from Liam Neeson entering this game. And that's where, and they were all witness to, through the mirrors, they were all able to witness seeing their younger selves being pulled through the mirror. And that's where we left off. So now you are all standing within the Hall of Illusions. Trash is the only one that's relatively close to where Reuben is, just on the ground staring at the mirror. And the scene is yours.
1 second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll.
Oh, and by the way, we do have a VTT we're using for this, ladies and gentlemen. It's on roll 20, but Crafty is not forcing us to use that dice roller because it's notorious for hating people. So we are being allowed to roll dice at home too.
Let people use whatever dice they want.
Crafty loves us.
Yeah, I trust my players. I don't need to supervise them. This is a fun game. Who cares?
I had a puppet based button set up, but instead I'm just going to use deception because it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same roll, and it's kind of a bit of a deception since I am throwing my voice. So
Right. Okay. Where is the roll?
Well, 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I'm fussing at at the machine, not anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay, yeah, a 10 is enough for what I do. So Alphonse, she pops Alphonse out of his little theater box to lightly brush the halfling on the shoulder, and it's like, dear sir, your lady love waits for you outside. You have not failed in your quest, but you must be stalwart. Faint hearts and all that.
And he's kind of just like staring at the puppet for a moment and just like looking at the mirror and then back at the puppet. What the hell is going on?
Don't worry about that. That's it's part of the show. I'm sure. Quite thrilling, amazing. But you survived, so that's great. Now you can go and continue with your lady love.
Pulling me through the mirror was part of the show?
You didn't get pulled through the mirror, did you? No, of course not. It's like a horror, a spook house of some sort. Thrills and chills. Thrills and chills.
Give me a deception check.
Full of illusions and such.
I will say that the rest of you are able to navigate your way to where trash is.
26.
26?
Jesus God.
Oh, okay. That was no offense, but like you kind of need to. You should put a warning sign out front that this isn't a fun. I mean, it's that it's a scary.
Yes. Yes. Well,
sort of deal.
You're supposed to bring your lady love in here so that you know you can cling to each other and gather strength, which you used to be doing right now.
Oh, and also it appears that the mirror is dirty, and I'm going to use prestidigitation to make the mirror dirty.
What about the part? So
yeah, it was
honestly feeling a little bit like therapy because she was like that little girl. That little girl's scared, creepy, by the way.
Yep.
Not a fan, but she was like asking me if I had any regrets.
Oh.
And stuff, and was like saying that she could, if I followed her through the mirror, she can find me someone to like help me with those.
Really?
This is a place where you might want to look to yourself as opposed to outside forces that may have other priorities
Ulterior
in mind.
motives.
Yes.
I mean, remember, mirrors are all about self-reflection, so...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the show?
No!
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't. It was scary.
Well, I mean,
Self-reflection can be scary.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of supposed to be a little bit scary. If it's not scary, I mean, it's not a carnival if you don't have an occasional scare.
How do I get out of here?
Oh, you go that way and then you turn left?
Yes.
He's gonna start walking straight and then go left and immediately hit a wall.
The other left.
You mean right?
Shall we guide the gentleman?
Yes, we definitely should.
Yes.
All right. Are you helping him out?
Yeah.
Nim's gonna just kind of comfort and help guide him.
He's like, you have to excuse our friend. He's dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
I will stand in front of the mirror as they escort him out,
Okay.
looking at the sow pig.
Oh, you don't see Sow Pig in there anymore.
Oh, okay.
But you can stare at the mirror. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Ooh.
I was gonna say you can stare at the mirror, and you stare at the mirror.
Everything good comes from
Arcana checks.
Yes, they absolutely do.
Not true.
Just like you want to have a high perception ability when you're playing Call of Cthulhu.
I got.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, hold on. I rolled that wrong because I added guidance. Well, I suppose I could have guided myself, but 11?
11?
Because I rolled badly?
Yeah. I'll say with an 11, you are aware that every aspect of the carnival is magical, including this attraction.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really play but you've never seen anything like this before in the Hall of Illusions. But I mean, there could be something more there, but you don't know immediately what it is. It would be worth just potentially asking Mr. Witch and Mr. Light what's going on, if they'd even be willing to answer.
Okay. I will use prestidigitation to clean the mirror again, and then head out.
All right. Is everyone leaving the House of Mirrors, or?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm following you. Whoever goes where.
Yeah, as we were going, I definitely wanted to talk more with Ruben about what he had been experiencing.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause
So
he mentioned the whole it was like therapy thing, and I was just like, okay, tell me more. Um,
yeah.
but-
So yeah, he's walking alongside you. Go. Yeah, you can go ahead and start asking him those questions.
so Ruben, you said that the little girl was asking you some questions. What else did she like? Where did you first see her? Was it over by the wardrobe, or was it when after you got inside?
So I came in here after I don't know what happened outside, but I started laughing really, really hard, and then I fell on the ground laughing. I was literally rolling on the floor laughing. And I was trying to propose to my beautiful fiance Ween, or my girlfriend Ween. I want her to be my fiance, but I was embarrassed, so I ran in here crying. And when I came in here, well, I saw myself at first in the mirror. Saw myself, but like little. I was even smaller than I am now, and he's like about like 3'4".
Mm-hmm.
I saw myself even smaller than I am now. I saw myself as a child right there in the mirror next to me. And after a few moments of just walking and looking around, I see this little girl with a pig mask just show up next to me. And we start having a conversation because apparently the figure in the mirrors can talk, I guess. I don't know.
Illusions.
Okay. And she started, she said that she saw what happened outside and that I must be feeling bad, and started asking me about my relationship with her and about my life, and then asking if I have any regrets, and then saying that, like, when I told her I did, I regret what happened outside. I regret laughing so hard and then crying in front of Ween. And she said that she knew someone who could help me and make all the problem go away and make everything I need happen. And then she put her hand through the mirror, and I was gonna take it. I didn't like how that happened. But then he points to trash. Then that lady like used some weird. What color is your Eldritch Blast, by the way, Trash?
They're sort of a cyan colored tinted
Okay.
strings, basically. They're puppet strings.
Okay, the puppet. Then this one over here just like shoots some strings out at the mirror, and she gone.
Like,
See,
Kelly
magic
kinda
and
looks at
illusions
Trash
and-
strings.
All part of the show.
This is a weird show.
Not wrong.
But the ending will be fabulous when you go out and speak to your lady love.
Oh, does she even want to see me anymore?
Oh yeah,
I laughed in her
sent us out.
face.
yeah.
She sent us after you, actually.
Oh, she did?
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't hate me for laughing and then crying. It's not very
No.
manly.
No.
No.
Oh. He's just like fumbling into his pants again and just pulls out he doesn't even have a ring box, he just has the ring.
A
Like-
suggestion, sir. A suggestion.
Yes.
The next time you propose or do something of import, try not to be standing in front of a statue or a wardrobe or anything that might have a famous caster, witch, or goddess.
There was a witch in the wardrobe?
Did you not notice?
No!
Well, keep an eye out. Keep an eye. This whole carnival, as far as I know, is a place of wonder and mystery. And if you don't have your peepers out, you will miss the magical wonder. If you keep your eyes on the finger, you will miss the elegant splendor.
You know, Ween's right, I ain't too perceptive. I might need to get better at that. So don't pay attention.
Don't worry too much about it. I don't think this is anything you could have prevented.
Exactly.
But it is it is definitely a situation of be careful where you choose to do something as important as this.
Yes, this carnival's great, though, isn't it? All these magical things going on. I mean,
I mean,
sure,
we-
you have a predisposition to being emotionally traumatized by the events available to you, but that is certainly nothing to, be worried about.
I think I might just take her to the swans, the gondolas, and just do it on the swans.
That sounds lovely.
That
Yes.
sounds absolutely
Sounds like a
romantic.
good
They'll-
time.
Mm.
Just something calmer than whatever the fuck this was. And you start you get to the entrance of the Hall of Illusions, and Ween, the halfling woman. I realized I didn't really describe her last time. She's got blonde hair that she's got up in a ponytail. She's tan skin, and just wearing very simple dress for their date. And she sees him and she's just like, Reuben, why'd you go in there? Come on. She's just taking him with her. You being so silly. Let's just go. Let's forget everything that happens. We'll just go keep having a good time. And he's just
Good
like,
luck, you two.
Oh, yes. Try not to have any apotheosis between now and the swans.
I don't know what that means, but thank you so much for getting my boyfriend out of there.
You're very welcome.
Have fun at the carnival.
Best of luck.
All right. Come on, Reuben. And she just takes his hand and they both walk off towards the gondola swans.
Isn't this
Alphonse
place
is like,
great?
they're good kids.
Okay.
So that was weird.
Yes, it was definitely weird, but Trash, what exactly happened? Because we came in later. I mean, he described it pretty well, but what's this about strings?
One more second. Let me roll the thing. Is this about time for another performance? Ooh, natural 20. Okay, so
Best performance yet.
yes, I mean at this point, so Alphonse kind of looks down for a moment and then sighs. Lady Trash has lost much in her life, and sometimes when you lose things, you gain other things. And she, either because she was previously blessed, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been around all that long. She was granted other things. Me, for instance, and certain abilities that relate to me. For instance, and you see Trash is kind of, she's got some bits of the candied apple on her, and other, scruff and stuff like that, because she doesn't really pay that much attention to her own appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And the curtains on her on the box that she wears on her arm close for a moment. Alphonse goes back. Curtains open. Alphonse is suddenly in a maid outfit and starts dusting around in their area. And as they dust, this sort of, this magical sort of bluish dust kind of spreads out. And then a prestidigitation hits Trash. And suddenly she's, pristine and clean. This is how we keep track. We don't often have money for baths, I'm afraid. So anyway, so she has certain gifts, and she used one of those gifts when she saw that the young halfling gentleman was in trouble. I'm not sure what you all saw. Trash, could you and he sort of does his head like this. Trash gets down on her knees and hides behind the box. Sort of in the way, and you kind of notice the way her outfit is set up is sort of like she sort of creates a puppet theater by herself, where you don't actually
backdrop.
Yes, exactly. And the puppet sort of leans in. I believe Trash saw her previous self before me, before it all went wrong, before her voice was stolen. Herself as a young child, and she did not like that very much. She's a little traumatized, you might say. We won't go into the backstory. But anyway, so she was trying to avoid that image. And that's when she caught sight of the halfling and chased after him because she was much more willing to face his troubles than her own. I don't know what all of you saw, but based on what we saw and what the halfling saw, I'm guessing you might have seen something similar?
Almost.
I think it's gonna be skewed by our own personal interpretations of the things, but yes.
Certainly.
With the child with the pig face mask, she, while she was incapable of snatching the halfling, thanks to Trash's quick thinking, she did have a group of children with her that included the Lady Trash, and she pulled them back in through the mirror with herself.
Well,
I wonder if they were. Alphonse, did you see the children?
Yes.
Okay.
So, point of clarification: at the end, when Sow Pig was pulling the child in, it kind of cycled through the through each flash, like it was kind of like strobe light flashing, and you all witnessed it's almost like a strobe light flashing of a different child being pulled through the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all
communicate that. Yeah.
You saw, it was like every time you blinked, it was a different shape, like a different child.
I do have a brief question for you, Alphonse. The explanation of what you saw with the child, I understand. But usually someone who experiences a paracosm does not generally release etheric bolts of energy that look like threads. So could you perhaps explain what that was?
It is more of my gifts. The gifts that she was granted. She was born with one gift, and I guess that marked her. And then the more tragedy has struck, and the more that she has, well, honestly needed me, the greater her gifts have become. She has someone who wishes to help her.
Huh. Are you a manifestation of that someone or a manifestation of trash?
Rolling rolling her performance again real quick.
And also, I would like you to roll me an insight check.
Okay.
I want Trash to roll an insight check because it's an insight check on herself.
Well, this is a problem because I just rolled a 1
crunch.
on the insight. Yeah, go ahead.
With a natural 1, you really haven't ever gotten any understanding of where these gifts come from and who is helping you, who is granting them to you. You've never had any communication. You just know that Alphonse was there when you needed him.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you he helps gives you a voice, and you just know, even with a natural 1, you just feel that whoever has given you this is looking out for you, and you can't view them as anything but good because they've done nothing but help you.
I am the servant of the Lady Trash, and perhaps of someone else. I'm not entirely sure. The way, as far as I know, that this works is that the Lady Trash must keep the idea of me. And if she were to lose that, she might lose me forever. So I can't really separate myself in the way that I think you're asking.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, there's there I believe there is a benefactor. That is why I am here, and she is granted abilities through that benefactor, such as seeing through magical darkness and attacking things with puppet strings and other things of that nature.
Very well.
That is very unusual and unique.
Thank you. The Lady Trash is a unique young woman.
But I think we should refocus our energies on trying to find more of the thieves.
Absolutely.
It's pretty obvious that they have other means of moving around the carnival. In terms of Robin, do you know of any of these means, such as crossing into the mirrors? Is this something that's happened before, something you know about already, or is this something new?
Well, there's all kinds of interesting things here at the carnival. That's why I came, really. When I found myself in the carnival, I saw so many different kinds of magic. I had to stay and investigate them all.
That's not exactly what I'm asking, though. What I'm asking is, do you have any knowledge directly of what they're using to get around?
Magic? Probably some form of conjuration, as that is often the usual mode in which magic is translated into translocation through correspondent means.
Yes, absolutely. And that is part of what I'm asking. I'm saying, do these mirrors have that property built in, or is this something that they're
It's
utilizing?
the Hall of Illusions?
Not the Hall of Transmutation.
Right. But that doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have come along and opened a conduit through a different means. Depends on the nature of the people involved. And frankly, we do not know enough to form unique conclusions based on the data available.
It does seem that specifically the pig-faced, pig-masked child has been using these more than once. And sort of has a little setup. Maybe we should look at the mirror again and see if there's anything we can glean from it. It might be a doorway that they've set up on the sly.
A reasonable supposition, though my belief is that, at least to a certain extent, the carnival exists on the borders of the Feywild. So you might look at fairy magic.
Safe assumption. Also interesting that it sounds like it doesn't seem like she was trying to take him by force. It was an offer, which may mean others were offered similar things.
And I don't know much about the Fae, but one thing I've always heard, the one thing I've definitely always heard, is never broker a deal with the Fae.
You're not wrong.
That may be an exaggeration of the
You will
reality.
not be on the winning end of that deal.
Usually they're smarter than you.
I would give that option to many people, but Fae, I think, are well known for that. So, I guess this means we're back into the Hall of Illusions.
Probably not.
Maybe just take a look at the mirror real quick, and then we might want to consider again the possibility of listening in to the two proprietors, headmasters of the carnival itself, utilizing a certain boon that we recently received.
Trying to use my cupcake. Trying to use my cupcake.
I mean, I can look at the mirror in a much more detailed manner if you would like, but that will take time.
should we go see what the carnival masters may have to say in the first? The mirror
Well,
will obviously still be there.
I want to look at the mirror too, but mine's going to be more quick.
So you guys are going back into the Hall of Illusion to look at the mirrors?
Sounds like
That
it.
one.
Yeah.
That one.
All right. You guys head back into the Hall of Illusions. And this time as you go in, you don't really see you don't see the child, you just see your own reflection at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
As you're just walking in. How far in are you going?
I would like to go back to the mirror that this all happened.
Okay. All right. So the further you walk in as you're going in step with each other, you start to see yourselves change again to childlike forms of yourselves, but you can only see your own childish form. That's to your left. When you look to your right, you see yourselves older. Ancient, almost. Like you see yourselves as old people. Robin, you're Fae. You look surprisingly good for a Fae. But for
Do
the
I
rest
see
of you,
myself or do I see Gleam?
you see yourself. You see yourself. It looks exactly like you, but it's wearing the clothing of an acrobat.
So I definitely see Gleam. It's interesting that it's showing me her. I thought that might have been tied to the little girl, but it's
So
clearly not.
it is you dressed as an acrobat, but like remember when you talked to Dear Legrand, he said that your sister was turned into an acrobat for the carnival.
Right. Which is why I thought it was Gleam.
Oh,
We're identical twins.
I know.
Crash is going to turn away from her child form and look at her her older form. I'm going to use. I'm just going to investigate real quick.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out if what it's showing me is what the illusion thinks I will look like based on who and what I am, or if it's actually making a prediction. So I'm looking for things that you couldn't guess just by looking at me. Like,
Go
you know,
ahead
like,
and give me either an insight or investigation onto your reflection.
okay. So which one is better? Oh, it's investigation. 14.
14. With 14, it's so when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, like your older self in the mirror, it kind of catches you off guard how much you look like your mother.
Oh God.
Like you see, just it looks like you. It looks like a prediction of what you can become, but it's scary accurate prediction.
Okay. Trash immediately like turns away from both reflections now and is very pointedly not looking at either one, and seems to be. It looks like somebody who's walking between two growling dogs that are chained up, and like if she moves one way or the other, one of them's going to snatch her up, and she does not look like she likes it.
Would we clearly see this?
See Trash reacting the way she is? Trash, are you trying to hide it?
No.
Or is it very obvious? I will say that with all of your passive insights, you'll be able to catch on
Im's
to
going to
this.
offer her hand to Trash, just kind of in comfort.
Trash takes the hand and squeezes it very tightly.
Nim will squeeze back and just kind of continue leading back to the final mirror that they were heading to.
So you all get to the mirror and you're kind of just standing in front of it. You see your own reflections. When you're looking at it, you like at it directly, you're just seeing your childlike reflections. Killian, You will notice that the child reflection that you of the tiefling you saw getting
Mhm.
pulled into the mirror and the reflection of yourself as a child now, while looking strikingly similar, there are some little differences. The one that was pulled into the mirror that you saw at the end was a little taller than you.
Okay.
Their horns were curved differently, but still remarkably similar.
Is it, since I've just gotten these memories back, is it a memory of what my brother looked like at the time?
It looks a lot like the flashes of memory you were getting of your brother.
Okay. It's like, so this is a recollection as well as an illusion. Maybe
You're
this
asking-
is
oh.
maybe this is actually divination instead of transmigration, because this seems to be able to be showing something that has happened.
I know. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and Killian's gonna look says, if I just forgive me, I know this is horribly dumb. And Killian reaches out and touches the mirror.
You reach out to touch the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and you like it's almost like time slows a little bit as you're like those inches between you and like your the silvery surface and your fingertips
Stop!
going to
Stop!
meet.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Do you stop?
I don't know if I'm even really listening at this point.
Okay.
Because I saw my brother go through this.
So, Robin, are you just telling him, or are you physically trying to stop him?
Yeah, he will actually interpose his hand and kill you. Perhaps, just maybe, you might want to allow me to at least detect the kind of magic this mirror is
Might be smart. Might be smart.
before you start poking it.
But also at the same time, Killian, did you see yourself go through?
I saw my brother going through.
I saw my sister, and that's all I need to know. Nim is going to plant her hand firmly onto the mirror.
Um,
I'm sorry, baby.
Okay.
No, it's fine. Go.
Out of curiosity, am I still holding on?
I
Yeah.
will not be gripping your hand as tightly, so that should you not grab hold of me, you would not be pulled through. I'm not
Okay.
going to release your hand necessarily, but I am not going to grip it tightly.
Well, I'll say this: Trash. Once you grabbed her hand, her eyes were on the ground, and Alphonse is like behind the curtain. So Trash doesn't actually notice what's going on. So if it's one of those things where it's like, you know, magically, I mean, we are linked at the moment, and Trash does not notice this.
So you, Nim, you go out to touch it. You're just your hand just shooting out to just be like, bam, and your hand touches a silvery surface. It doesn't go through. It feels like a mirror.
Dude, that would work. God, I want to go home. Okay. Well, that's good to know. We learned something.
Perhaps you would like to let me actually do the thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, excellent. Ah,
Okay. What are you doing?
And he will pull out a medallion and from his shirt and put it on his chest as he that has an eye inside of a pentagon
Mm-hmm.
and he will cast detect magic.
Okay, let me just read up on that real quick.
We're blinded as the entire
Okay.
thing picks up.
All right.
We all explode.
No.
All right, so just the schools of magic.
Like turning on a microwave.
Turning on the microwave.
All right, so you cast detect magic as you study the mirror. You see, and you notice that like every time you cast detect magic, you can see like that faint glowing outline of just magical items and things. You see some on your compatriots here with you, but you also see it on the surface of every single mirror. And the school of magic that you're getting from the mirrors, you're getting conjuration, you're getting enchantment, you're getting divination, and you're getting illusion magic. It's like the mirrors themselves are like a magical cocktail of several different spells at work.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. So, yes, it does have conjuration, enchantment, divination, and illusion. I would imagine that the divination would allow for the magic to generate insights about the different individual patrons going through, letting them know what those patrons want to see. The illusion would present those images. The conjuration is usually used with transposition, and the enchantment means that it's trying to influence you into doing things. So my suggestion is that they are trying to actually convince you to go through these portals because they're traps.
And is that normal for the carnival?
Well, some of it is.
I didn't say some of it. I said this.
Normal is a hard term to apply to the carnival.
Valid. Okay, let me rephrase. Is there any reason the carnival would be wanting its carnival goers, its customers, to go with these people?
Well, you might not be there to... that might not be its original purpose.
Alphonse peeks out from the curtain. And by the way, that is my third natural 20 on these deception checks, and I really need to stop wasting them on this. Are all the mirrors similarly enchanted, or is this one enchanted perhaps a bit more or differently in any way?
They all carry the same level, like from your detect magic spell, they all carry the same level of magical effect.
Now, is there a reason why we were led to this one, or because it could simply be that this is just deeper in, so that wandering eyes might not perceive. I'm just curious.
I don't have sufficient information to form an adequate hypothesis, but I would suggest that it's probably because of the reason you had just suggested. It's outside of the view from the front. Also, isn't this cool?
Very.
Admittedly, yes. Very cool.
I mean,
bad.
No.
But cool.
I mean, maybe this time, but not always. Most of the time people come in here, they get to have a time seeing things that they want to see.
There have been at least a few times, though. At least a few times where people have gone missing. Kids. Adults. But, like, that's not...
I have one...
There's a problem with this, right?
I have one final question.
Yes.
I'm looking at this mirror and thinking, what if it is like a door? And whatever it is that we did earlier in our little attempts, the door has been shut. Would there be any way to try and open it from this side? Perhaps magically, like a spell of some sort. I'm afraid most of my abilities are more instinctual, not very academic.
It is the same for me, but I don't know much about those magics, so unfortunately, I could not say. I mean,
Crafty, can I
I was
maybe
gonna say,
make
Crafty, can we make, can make an arcane roll?
If anyone who has who has proficiency in Arcana can make a roll to determine if it's possible to reopen those portals.
and I will cast guidance on myself.
I got a 22.
I got a 10.
You're too
Buddy.
fascinated. You're too fascinated.
Yeah,
Buddy, this is what the heck?
I'm distracted.
Yeah. You
I rolled
really
a
are.
literal 3 2 times in a row.
Poor buddy.
And you got a 1 on that guidance.
Yeah,
Buddy.
nobody likes me.
I know. It's okay though. Okay,
I know.
Oh,
That's the most devastating
Oh.
response to that I've ever heard.
I'm
No,
sorry. I didn't read that.
dropping that
I value
ass
your
this
honesty
morning,
there.
like-
No, I love McCoy. The dice don't like you though. Right now. The dice do not like McCoy today.
Jeremiah
so-
Jeremiah had just experienced the equivalent of an emotional nut shot.
Jester, please. Okay. Do you want to come up? All right. No? All right. Leave me alone then. Sorry, my cat. So you got a 22, Ray. McCoy, you got, what was it again?
A 10.
A 10. And what did you get, Trash?
Would you believe I'm not actually proficient in Arcana?
Oh, okay. What? Jester, stop it. She's trying to get a negative attention right now.
I was like, okay, wait a minute, really?
Hang on. You know what? Let me put her outside of the office real quick. I'm just gonna grab her because I can't work under these conditions.
The sweetest bean goes by.
Husband was inbound anyway to get her because he could hear her being disruptive. All right. So only Killian then. So Killian, yeah. Robin, you're too distracted by how fascinated you are with this magical effect. Like magic you just love magic and you're just like, wow, this is so cool. This is fascinating. But Killian, you're studying this and magic has always been a part of you. And you know that spells are always, especially with magical items, are always able to be recast, whether it has a recharge, like whether it has to just recharge or it has to meet certain requirements. It is possible for the portal to open again. You do not know how to open the portal just yet, but you do know that it is possible.
Gotcha. How much do I know? Like the spells could be limited to be triggering by like a certain item or a certain person or a certain keyword type situation, correct?
Yes.
So we might, even though we know this portal can open, we still have no concept of what makes it open and how to control it.
Correct.
All right. By the way, I'm just regurgitating this information out loud.
No, you're fine.
It's like, so yes, in answer to your question, Trash, it can probably be reopened, but also we would probably need to find the young lady in the mask to find out how.
At least someone who knows.
I mean, otherwise we could stand here all day and who knows what opens it. Yeah, it could
Very
be a
true.
word, it could be an item they carry, it could be,
It could be the mask.
they could make a funny face. Well, then it wouldn't be the mask, then would it? It could be the mask, absolutely. So yeah, we would have to find them. And then
Okay.
look over at Robin again. You knew who they were, so obviously they're seen around the carnival, and you told us where they mainly hang out. So obviously they've been seen on this side of the mirror, and the young gentleman said that they encountered them outside the mirror. Is there anywhere else that we know of that they congregate where we would have a good chance of finding one that we could question, one that you could visually identify, other than here?
Robin, you know that during the what's it called? The Big Top Extravaganza, that Mr. Light does make an appearance.
Yes. I mean, we could go to the extravaganza. Everybody said it's extravaganza.
But that's like this evening, right?
At the 4th hour.
At the 4th hour.
Oh, okay.
But,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was leaving. All right. Well, then we have some time. Does anyone want to do anything else with this mirror?
Nope. I'm good.
Then I would suggest that we go and attempt to see what other information we can gather elsewhere.
I think I could possibly spend multiple days examining the mirror every day to find some conclusions. That would be fun. Do you want to hang out? You could stay in the carnival. It's lots of fun.
Nah, tried that once.
Oh,
I think that it would. I think that the best thing I could do is find my brother and
Yep.
get him home.
We'll still be traveling around the carnival as we do this. So
well,
we're definitely not leaving, as far as I know.
okay. I'm just saying, long term, that might be a better plan. Is just stay with the carnival until you find them.
People can just stay with the carnival?
You kind of agree to the terms of the carnival, but yeah, you can leave anytime you want.
Not all of us had that choice, but sure.
I mean, there's a downside because the carnival is a traveling carnival. It makes it kind of hard to get home.
What if someone just has like the financial means to continue buying tickets?
You can probably stick around.
Until the carnival leaves.
Does the carnival leave them behind since they're not members of the carnival?
I think you have to be a member to travel with it. Yeah.
Or taken by one.
The lady trash was abandoned by the carnival when she came here the first time.
Well, it doesn't take everyone. I've been with them for a couple of years. I've enjoyed it.
It seems like there is a great discrepancy between the individual experiences with the carnival.
Well,
Much like dealing with the Fae.
the key with dealing with the carnival is you got to want to be here and have a good reason to want to be here. If you don't want to be here, then yeah, the experience will probably be less pleasant.
The only point I'm trying to make with that statement is that the experiences that are had at the carnival are varied. But the carnival itself is the constant.
Sort of. The carnival changes too.
Where would you suggest we go next? We've had our candy apple.
Yeah.
We've taken a peek at the Hall of Illusions. Is there another area where, I don't know, mystery and something of interest to look into that might give us clues?
Well, there is a mystery mine, so if you're looking for mystery, that might be a good choice.
Does seem like a place where people might get lost in, for sure.
Sure. There's also the Pixie Kingdom, with definite possibility, and then there's the snail racing.
What does that have to do with mystery?
Nothing. It's just really exciting.
Okay, so
Sounds fascinating.
Sounds fascinating.
The
Six Kingdoms fun.
okay, have we seen like a map of this place, or do we have?
Yeah, there's a map of it on the Roll20 website.
But I mean, like, do our characters?
Yeah, do our characters have the access to, is this something that's like a handout? Or
You
something
know
that's
what?
posted
Yeah,
up there?
I'll say that there is like a just like at any amusement park, they have pamphlets of the Witchlight Carnival.
Gotcha.
You are here, and it actually moves as you move around the carnival.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. It's like you are here.
I just realized you've been marking off the time.
Uh-huh. You're on the second hour currently. Like at
Both-
the end of the second hour, you're about to start the third.
I like that.
Both the snail racing and the mystery. I mean, the snail racing is on the way to Mystery Mine, so we could take a peek. But I am kind of curious about the Mystery Mine. It seems like another epicenter where things like what happened in the this Hall of Illusions would happen, and maybe we might get another chance to see it happen. And
I would like to take a moment
Mm-hmm.
to have a brief out of character geeky moment for
Uh-huh.
folks. For those of you who remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon
yes,
from the 80s, the Mystery Mines entrance looks like the entrance to the Dungeons and Dragons ride from that cartoon.
very cool. Let's get isekai'd.
Let's get easy guide.
I mean, that
I
is
don't
kind
wanna
of a
die.
goal. Oh my god, you're right, it does.
There are a lot of little hat tips to like to the early D&D
I'm trying to find it. Where is it?
stuff. It's at the very bottom of the map, the mystery mine. Like, just scroll down because it's your guys' stuff is blocking them. It's right above entry without a ticket is strictly prohibited.
Oh my
the
god,
mystery
there
mine.
it is. I'm
Yeah.
showing it on stream, so.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh great! If we ride that, does that mean we get thrown into into the real world and we had to get like
Listen.
9 to 5 jobs and?
Yeah,
stay away from
listen.
that. Opposite isekai. Do not like, do not want.
if I wanted to be in the real world, would I be playing this game right now? I do not.
No
think
one
so.
wants to be in the real world right now. That's why we're playing this. We want to escape.
That's the worst kind of isekai. It just turns it into a slice of life.
Get us out of here, if not physically, at least mentally.
If I wanted
So-
to pretend to have a job and bills and responsibilities, I'd be playing The Sims, okay?
At least in The Sims, you've got cheat codes. There's no
Humans
cheat
and
codes in real
households.
life.
Well,
Yeah, it's called being born wealthy.
All right. So where are you guys heading to?
So we want to get back to the big top in time for the extravaganza, I would think.
Yeah,
Do-
you basically have like about a little over an hour before the big top extravaganza.
I think we should check out the mystery mine. Excuse me, this is trash can't talk. I would suggest perhaps we go to the mystery mine, get a look, maybe have a opportunity, if it's like the Hall of Illusions, to maybe see another snatching take place and maybe prevent it, or find a door that's still open.
Or
And
find
then
one
after
of
the-
the children.
Exactly. And then after that, have enough time to make it to the big top extravaganza, because I do think that is something we need to, at the very least, witness.
Yeah, I completely agree. Is everyone else okay with it? Then looks like we're going to the mystery mine.
Tally ho!
All right. Nim, is your hand still on the mirror?
she's probably taken it off a couple of times, but I would say right before leaving, she'd probably just put her hand back on it and look at, I assume, what appears to be myself in acrobat clothes or Gleam as she's thinking about it. It would very much be a moment just to herself of, I'm going to find you.
So you have you're staring at your reflection and you have your hand on there, as you pull away the fingers that are in the reflection, as you're pulling away, starting at the tips, blue and black starts to spread down the hand and the palm and up. And you see the figure in the mirror be replaced by a shadow as the color starts to go up and cover the entire body. And what you see standing before you now is a shadow of a person wearing a moon mask, just with like almost this noxious black smoke drifting off of them, and they're looking at you for just the briefest of moments, tilts their head, sees the wings on your back, and then pulls back and disappears into the mirror.
Do I recognize anything of this?
Of the shadow?
Like the moon mask, just does it trigger any stories that I might remember from home? Or
I would say that it doesn't. What the person in like the shadow that took over your childlike self was a lot taller. Like it almost it seemed to stretch the body almost as it started. It was like the black and blueness started to spread across the limbs, and it got taller. The face was replaced by a moon mask, and you see just like this wild curly hair, instead of like the nice prim and proper tied back acrobat hairdo, because no acrobat wants hair in their face when they're on a tightrope or doing that kind of stuff that could potentially get in their face and their eyes. But it looks to be the figure of an adult.
Did the eyes change?
You couldn't see the eyes because they were behind a mask, but what you could see in the eyes were just pitch black.
And the shadow's gone now.
It is gone. And it looked at your wings before fading back into the silver of the mirror.
My wings that I never claimed to have put on, but it's
well,
fine.
you didn't well, you gotta have them out so that way.
I know.
I'm just they're just on your belt, just attached to your belt.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right. Well, it saw the wings. It saw the wings.
These are awkward.
It's all right, you're good.
We never even described them. But no,
yeah, I asked you guys to describe what color wings they were.
I never did.
Oh, what color wings? I'm sorry. What color wings did you get? What color did they turn?
They were probably black or transparent or some kind of wire form. It was
okay.
It wouldn't have been flashy or anything like that.
They're goth wings. Alternative.
Minimalist.
They're like comfy goth. They're like casual goth wings.
They occasionally sack Rome. It's a whole thing.
Gothage core. No,
goth core.
I was gonna say, actually, because they have the little thing that goes over his shoulders, so they have the thing in the middle of the back. They're death head moth wings.
Yeah, totally. But it's more accurate, really. But no. Okay, so she would have noticed that. So she would still be staring at the mirror, probably touch it again. Just look at
almost naturally, that effect on videos where a faded form starts to fade in.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's just your childlike self again.
When you turn away from the mirror, you notice that Trash is looking at you directly.
Sorry, what?
When you turn away from the mirror, you notice Trash is directly looking at you, watching you.
Well, curious. Very curious.
Did
Let's go,
Trash see
Trash.
that happen too?
No.
That she watched?
Would you
Tress
say
was
that-
because she's just kind of like it does look like she's kind of like watching this person who's brave enough to walk through here and stare at her own reflection and not look away, and has enough leftover strength to help her out. So
Come on, Trash. Let's go find something fun.
Trash goes.
All right. So you guys step out of the Hall of Illusions, and you see Candlefoot diligently still working, punching tickets if people decide to come into this cursed location. And Robin, you would be the one to lead them to the mystery
Yes.
line.
Yes. And he will actually play his flute as he's walking along. Doo, 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 doo.
Okay. So, being led by a flute-playing satyr, you guys walk through the Witchlight Carnival towards the Mystery Mine. You pass by the snail racing area, and you do see the entrance to the Pixie Kingdom on your way there. You'll be able to see like just the backs of the snails as they're being readied for the next race. And where the Pixie Kingdom is, you can see like puffs of pixie glitter just like constantly going off over there like little fireworks. It's like a fireworks display all the time over there, except it's tiny.
And glitter.
And glitter.
Yeah, the glitter never comes out, by the way. I want you to know that.
It never.
It's like
It-
sand.
Glitter is like a lifestyle choice. It's less of a thing that you put on and take off. It's more of a thing that you put on and find 6 months later.
Yeah.
Glitter is now an official condition in D&D.
Mhm.
The herpes of craft projects.
No.
Herpes of crap.
Yeah, that's just the pixie glitter. It never comes out. If you
Yeah.
go into the Pixie Kingdom, until the day your character dies, you're gonna have glitter.
Yeah.
That
You're
is all
You're either
glitter,
a glitter
so I-
person or you're not a glitter person.
I'm a dice maker. Glitter is a way of life here.
Yeah.
Sure. So you absolutely have glitter on you right now.
You are probably correct.
It's somewhere on
Yeah.
them.
So, one quick question about the Pixie Kingdom.
Yeah.
We can see like into it, right? Because everything's tiny.
It's tiny. It's like the Ferris wheel. Like you can see from where you're standing. Like you can see like it's like a little amusement park.
Are there people in the Pixie Kingdom?
Give me a perception check. Anyone who wants to make a perception check can make a perception check.
I'm super curious about
Sure, I've
this.
known
Can I
pixies at some
safely-
point.
Yeah, can I safely say that I've been there and seen whether or not people go in there or not?
Yeah, no, you know people go in there. Like
I
the
don't see
pixies
shit.
do stuff.
I don't see shit.
You don't see shit?
Yeah, probably because I'm trying to stay away. Because while I like glitter and all things sparkly, Nim, opposite.
She's
knows
wearing
enough.
death's head moth wings. Yes, no, she does not like glitter.
Staying away.
Alright.
Like, I can't see anything from over here.
I got a 15.
15. What did you get? Did you make a roll, Trash?
Yeah, I just got a 12.
12. Okay, so it's just Killian again that notices. He looks over at the Pixie Kingdom, and you can see the hamster. Like you can see that the Ferris wheel is actually being powered by a hamster. It's just being powered by a hamster, just like running constantly on it. You see the little attractions in there, but you also see that there are masses of tiny figures just walking about this amusement park as if it were the carnival. It's like a carnival within a carnival.
Is it a miniature space hamster?
Is there miniature space?
That would be a
there-
different check.
Do the little figures look like people or pixies?
They look like people, but you do see that there are pixies.
I'm figuring
I
there's
mean-
pixies too, but
They all have wings.
Everyone has wings.
so I can't really tell.
No.
Everyone has ring. Everyone is wearing wings because that's a requirement of this carnival. Is everyone's wearing wings?
That is evil. All right, no problem. Like, yes, I'm probably never going to go into the Pixie Kingdom. Moving on.
All right. When did the rock music cue up?
Yeah, I was wondering that myself.
It's on roll 20.
Okay. Mystery mine. All right.
Yeah, it's the wrong one. I shouldn't be in that playlist.
So you head over to the mystery mine, and what you see is this. You see like this platform with a track of mine carts, and as you approach, you see some mine cart, like one of the mine carts being propelled by magic, with a few, like I think, up to with 8 people inside of it, being propelled into an opening that looks like a dragon's mouth, but you see the opening, but there's no back to it. You can clearly see that there is an entrance though, and they go through it and disappear. And a few moments later, you see the cart, that same cart, reappear on a different point of this platform, where on the far side of the attraction, and all of the passengers on it have various different emotion on their faces. You see some people with bewilderment, you see some people expressing fear, and you see some people expressing excitement over what just happened.
Is it the same people who went in?
Yes, it's the exact same people that went in.
Count and make sure all 8 are there.
They're all there. All 8 are there.
Okay.
But over by the like the entrance, you see a male dwarf who is dressed like a wizard. He's dressed almost like Yen Sid. Pretty much, like he's basically cosplaying a wizard without actually knowing what a wizard looks like. And he's got like these bushy eyebrows, and he's got a very pointy hat with stars on it, and he's holding this like clockwork contraption that looks like a giant eye, and he's being very boisterous as he's shouting out to the carnival, "Unlock the mysteries of your mind in the mystery mine." And of course, Robin, you recognize Zifix, so.
Hi.
Hi!
How's it going?
It's busy as usual.
Yeah.
You bring me some customers then.
I did. The hat looks good today.
I tried. I put some starch in it to make it pointier.
No, it's a good look. It's a good look. I like it.
Ah.
Can I get a hat like that? I don't think it will work with the horns.
You might want to talk to the costuming department in the big top.
We could put little holes.
Little holes for the horns.
Yeah,
like a wizard hat.
Great. Might hold it on better.
Might hold it on better, yeah.
Yeah, or when I take one of the rides or go flying.
Yeah, I have to worry about that all the time. And he just looks to the rest of you. Welcome to the mystery mine. Are you wanting to ride today?
Look at everyone else. Is like, I'm assuming that if things are happening inside the ride, then we need to know about that as well.
Well, it sounds like more therapy almost.
Oh yeah,
You heard what he said when we first got here.
it's loads of fun.
How
Define fun. Define fun.
how vigorous is this ride?
Deep introspection, personal introspection.
Would
There's-
say a puppet perhaps from a box be possibly flung out in a horrifying event.
I mean, we can strap them in a little bit tighter.
I
Yeah.
have straps back here. I wanted to know how. Yes,
Yeah, you might-
No, you should be fine.
The curtains close, and you hear a little bit of rustling, and then it opens up, and you see Alphonse is strapped down to what kind of looks like a dentist chair, and there's just straps all over, like all these different straps on, and he's got the Hannibal Lecter mask over his
Oh my
face.
god. That's interesting. Never seen that before. Little
Are they
unsettling.
good?
Somewhere,
Are they good?
somewhere, someone is very excited about that, and I just don't want to think about it. So let's get on the ride.
All right, first off, you need to, and he gestures. So in the center of the platform, there is like this contraption that's similar to the large contraption he is holding onto, and it's kind of spinning. It's if the best thing I can attribute it to is like a more cheerful version of the Eye of Sauron.
More cheerful version? What the fuck's a more cheerful
Like a more
version?
I have the same
more
question.
more whimsical. So it's like
More
you see the
whimsical,
eye.
burning, flaming eye of death.
It's like bejeweled, like it's a gemstone like eye in the center of a sun, like the center of a sun, and it's on this towering thing.
It's a flirty guy.
That is amazingly cheerful for something so terrifying.
It's unsettling. Robin, you're used to this thing.
That is the
Sure.
word. Unsettling is the word. Interesting.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, there's
It
a list.
boggles the
There's a
fucking
list. I'm
mind.
sure there's a list, Robin.
All right. You need to gaze into the eye first.
Oh, sure. Got it. Gaze into the eye. Nothing about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
Gazing into
Sure.
the eye.
All right. So I need all of the players now to
no.
DM me your
no.
character's greatest fear.
Oh no.
Oh man. Okay.
That's
Your
rude.
character's greatest fear.
I think you probably already know it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I
Yeah.
gotta figure that out. Hold on. Because knowing Nim, it changes all the time.
What is her current it could be her current, you could be your current fear or a deep-seated fear.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Hadn't thought of it.
Gaze
Oh, yeah.
into the abyss. I do that every day.
Sent.
Yeah, the abyss is a wonderful, warm place where I go for naps.
Mhm.
Which is interesting when you compare that to the wish made earlier.
All right. I've got 3 out of 4 fears. All right. Okay. You feel the eye peering into, like, you feel it. You can feel the eye just peering into you and seeing past you and seeing what makes you who you are, what your everything, every little aspect about you, your likes, your dislikes, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. It is basically gathering information about you in that moment.
I'm gonna turn
And-
on Jeremiah's camera because he's giving me the creeps.
After
Oh my
a
God,
moment,
this thing is Facebook. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's Zuckerberg's watching you guys. After a moment of the unsettling lizard man staring at you through this jeweled eye, Zafixo is just like, all right, can I see your tickets now?
Hand
Sure.
over ticket.
All right,
Nice.
he punches each of your tickets. So you have 6 uses of your tickets left. I think. Wait. No, you have 5, I believe, because I believe you used one for the fairy cake eating contest.
Yeah, Trash has 1 extra because she didn't participate. in
Yes.
that.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, you guys are keeping track. All right, and I'm also keeping track. So you, Nim and Killian have 5 punches left plus the extra ticket, and Trash, you have 6 punches left. And of course, because Robin works here, he gets to ride the ride for free. There's a benefit to working at the Witchlight Carnival.
There he is.
All right. Do you guys want to ride alone, or do you want to have another party join you? And he just gestures to 4 other individuals who are waiting in line.
No offense to them, but I think it might be safest for them if we ride alone.
Might be true. That might be true.
Or we could take them along as cannon fodder in case anything tries to eat us. We just throw them in front of us.
Gillian, that's smart.
No. Leave them here.
All right, here's your cart, and with the contraption he's holding onto, you see him like moving magically a cart, and like the door will open. It's just a simple mine cart with it's like one of the one of the log rides it is
Disneyland.
it's like Thunder Mountain mine cart.
So Killian goes up and he kind of grabs the edge of the cart and gives it a shake.
It's sturdy.
Okay. He looks towards. Has this passed its OSHA inspection?
Yes, we just had the inspector here. We just had the inspector meet us in the Shadowfell a few weeks ago. We're all up to code.
The Shadowfell?
Yeah, we go everywhere.
Don't worry about it.
Don't think about it too much.
We go everywhere. We went to the play. We were in the Nine Hells just 2 days ago.
Festive.
It was. It really, really was.
No one is helping bolster my confidence levels here. He gets in and
Zaria
sits down.
loves this ride.
We're gonna be fine.
Zaria loves this ride.
Yeah.
Zaria.
All right.
Nim gets
Hop on
in. No concerns.
Nope.
Hop on.
One off.
All right. You guys get into the cart. The door magically closes, and you guys buckle in. And much like a roller coaster, it's the sound. Like you hear the clicking, as you guys start going into the maw of the dragon's mouth. And as you go in and into the unknown.
Oh no.
Into the unknown.
There it was. I was just waiting.
It's start going into the maw and into the unknown, into the unknowing that awaits you. I think this is a good time for a break.
Okay, gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are destroyed utterly, please enjoy some time away. We are going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We will be back in 10 minutes. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. thank you for that brief break, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get
Oh.
right back into it. Crafty, it's all back to you.
Oh boy. All right. So, when we right before break, the group went to the mystery mines, got gazed on by the lizard man eye, whatever.
Get gazed on.
And got gazed on by the all-seeing eye, and made their way. Their little minecart started going into the tunnel that seemingly appears to go nowhere. As you go in through the maw of the dragon's mouth, it is dark. It's so dark you can't even see the track ahead of you. And that, like, even with your ability to see through magical darkness, Trash, you can't see it. You can't see the track. It's like the track is forming as the cart is going.
So basically, like, this is nothingness.
You are in nothingness at the moment.
Yeah.
And after a few moments, you start to see just glittering stone walls with gems encrusted in it appearing around you, almost reminiscent of a night sky, but it is a mine. All of a sudden, you feel yourself going up. The cart's going up. And at the top, it stops. And then you feel a click, and all of a sudden you're jolted forward as it feels like it's about to go down, but then it stops you. And suddenly you feel the release as you guys are going down an unknowing amount of distance because you can't see what's ahead.
Whee!
Yeah, whee! And you're going like close to probably 60 miles per hour on this thing, just rushing down. And as it's just starting to do its bobs and weaves, its sharp turns, its curves, things start to appear. You know what? Let's roll for it. Let's roll. Things are going to start to appear. Let's roll for the first one. Should I do a D? Yeah, there's 4 of you. I'll do a D8.
So we're all gonna see the same stuff, though, right?
Yes, you are all going to see the same stuff.
Not a D4?
All right. I do just 1 and 2 for one person, 2 and 3 for another, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
All right. Nim.
Wow.
All of a sudden, as this cart is speeding through nothingness, you see illusions appearing around the cart. You see Will and all of the other kids. And you see your parents. You see the pair of majestic unicorns just standing around, like floating around the cart. And they all look at you. And you see the female unicorn just snort. Not this one, it's an adult. We don't keep those here. And Will speaking up, yeah, she doesn't belong with us. Not anymore. She's all grown up, we can't trust her. And you're all seeing and hearing this.
Alphonse is kind of like,
And I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. Nim, yours is at disadvantage.
No shit.
No, really. There I was.
That's 1. Could have been worse.
Come on!
Oh,
Okay. You met one.
I don't know what
this is a magical effect, yes?
It's a charm effect, yes.
So I could I get
Advantage on them, yes.
yes. So I'll roll again.
Okay. All right. Did anyone get higher than a 12. Did anyone get a 12 or higher?
Yes. Both
Yes.
of my rolls were
The
above
person
12.
rolling with disadvantage did.
So just Nim,
Oh, I got it too. I got a
Oh.
16.
16. All right. So so as you're staring at these visions, you see the unicorns start to take on a more malicious look. They're not pure white anymore with the golden horns and the silvery manes. They turn black, obsidian almost, and their horn takes on a more of a razor's edge, and they just all start to even the kids start to look more like fiends and not like actual the kids you knew and grew up with. And Robin and Killian, these creatures are terrifying to you to the point that you feel compelled to scream. But Trash and Nim, Trash, you see through the illusion for what it is. This is just something to scare you, but it's not. It's stagecraft. It's not scaring you. And Nim, you know your family better than this. They would never reject you like that.
Mm-mm.
And you don't. And you're good.
How
Okay.
frightened am I?
That you feel compelled to scream.
But not compelled to start throwing spells.
No, I mean that's a choice.
That's also a
personal
nat
choice.
1.
Yeah, you know what? You're terrified right now. This is scary.
So
Just the rushing of just the roller coaster going nowhere, plus scary illusion and demon unicorns. You're just like, what the fuck is happening?
I just start blasting chill touch at the
I'm
illusions.
terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
That's what you scream.
Yes.
This is gonna be an interesting campaign.
All right. So you use your chill touch on the illusions, and they disappear. And you all feel like this blast of cold, frigid air hitting you all as you go through. You're still going through the roller coaster ride. And next, all right, you make another sharp turn in this roller coaster, and all of a sudden, Trash, you see your mother. You see your mother standing before you. It's suspended in air.
Hiding behind the box.
What good are you? You're nothing. You lost the only thing that made you worth anything. Why do we even keep you around? You're nothing but trash. Hide behind the stage where you belong. No one should have to look at you. These people that are with you, they don't like you. Sooner or later, they're going to see you for what you are, trash. I need everyone to make. And as she's saying these words, she starts taking on the more appearance of a hag, and just becoming more just grotesque looking with each sentence she spits out. I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw. Trash at disadvantage.
Would Nim be obviously we're seeing this and hearing this.
Yes.
But I haven't really left Trash's side at this point. Would I'd see them see her retreating.
Mm-hmm.
I would just
Okay.
like to say I'm not made for wisdom saving throws.
Firm arm around the shoulder.
All right. So Trash, I will say that because how does having an arm around you make you feel?
It's probably the first even when you know her past, even when Alphonse was there, Alphonse, because of his situation, wasn't able to step in or ever actually show active support. He always had to wait till after his mother, her mother left. Having someone actually there in the moment is sort of startling and surprising and more comforting than
I will say
Yeah.
then instead of disadvantage, you just get to do a flat roll.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, might be shaking.
By the way, I added Alphonse to your tag, Bishy, and it's just
Okay.
so it's now Trash, she, her, and Alphonse puppet.
That worked. Oh, I still only got a 9.
All right. So I see that the only one who managed to meet the DC is Jeremiah with a 20. And everyone else got under 12, correct?
Oh yeah.
All right. So Robin, the first one kind of caught you off guard, but you were ready this time. And you see this one and you just like, that's a good one. That's not nice though.
It's not good. It's not good.
But the rest of you, having childhood trauma to certain capacities, all of you, seeing a parent just talking down to a kid that way, it kind of sets off this trigger that you all seem to have for one reason or another. And you're all a little shaken by it. You don't scream, but you do kind of like instinctively all shut your eyes, shaking as this hag illusion just belittles Trash extremely cruelly.
It's the
Can I
hag
do
for
a
me.
thing?
I'm sorry?
Can I do a thing out of fear?
Yes.
The curtains open up on the thing, and you see Alphonse struggling against the straps, and then snapping, and then standing forward and just gesturing with all of his hands just forward, and puppet strings start coming out from in the darkness, and basically I'm Eldritch blasting Mom.
Okay. I
Trying
saw
to-
McCoy holding up a finger as well.
Yeah, I'm going to use prestidigitation to make Trash feel the feeling of a warm blanket wrapping around them.
Okay. Trash.
That's helping, yes, for sure.
Trash, I will say you can do your attack at advantage.
Cool. Where's the thing? Eldritch blast. It is only because, so tempting to just go full out, but 25.
25 will definitely hit this illusion. Your puppet strings shoot off from Alphonse and wrap around this hag and just cut into her and just kind of make her just dissipate in this noxious green smoke that you all just propel through, and it just hits you and you all keep going. Another sharp turn happens, and Robin, you're seeing
Don't like that.
you all see just all around you, almost in a tunnel vision, just appearing on walls that just suddenly the scene in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where the swirling as they're going on the boat ride around them.
Yep.
It's like that, but it's a walk of life of this young satyr child wandering out of the woods, lost and confused, being taken in by a temple. And you see him grow. You see, as you're propelling forward, you see this satyr child growing up into the adult you see before you as Robin, joining the carnival, fascinated by magic. And you all start seeing cracks appear in these images and start to break away and turning into blackness. Memories just falling away, getting lost. I need you all to make another wisdom saving throw. Yours is at disadvantage, Robin.
Because I normally have advantage with that.
It's just a flat roll now.
flat roll. Okay.
Flat roll. Okay.
Thank the Lord. I
All
finally
right.
passed one.
I'm the only one to fail.
Yes. All right. So, Robin, Trash, and Killian, you're all seeing through these illusions for what they are. They're not going to hurt you. They can't affect you. Robin, you're not going to let that happen to yourself again. You won't. You refuse to let it happen. You're not going to lose your memories this time. You won't let it happen. That's why, like, you study magic so you're able to have a leg up on people on those kinds of things now. But Nim, you had come out of the Feywild recently, and you know that things happen sometimes, and it's very possible for when someone leaves the Feywild to lose their memories. And just the idea of someone losing their memories, that's a terrifying thought. You're lucky and fortunate that you didn't lose any. It was but it could have happened. It could have happened very easily. You could have forgotten your entire family, and you feel that shaking fear in your core.
Oh yeah, it makes total sense why Nim failed. Total sense.
Trash leans in comfortingly to the person who supported her recently. And Trash is actually feeling kind of like this is one of those few things where it's like, oh, this is actually a good thing. I would love, like, I would kind of love this fear, or she would love this fear to lose those memories. So she's feeling particularly strong at the moment. And yeah.
And
yes, Robin.
Robin will do the same thing for Nim that he did for Trash, of making a feeling of being wrapped in a warm blanket.
The fracturing continues to happen until they all just like break away and you're in the darkness again. The wind's rushing through you, pushing your hair back, and then you meet another illusion, Killian. You see your family. Stop making up stories. It's not funny. It's not mature. You're an adult. Stop acting like a kid. Your mother is just getting onto you. You need to just start growing up, and you need to just stop making these wild stories up. This is your family. You didn't have an older brother. I think I would know if I had another son. Your dad dismissive of everything you're saying, just like, yeah, sure, buddy, whatever. And your other siblings just like, okay, yeah, no, you're just fucking crazy. And basically him being gaslit. You see like these illusions of a tiefling family just gaslighting Killian the entire time into thinking that he's crazy. Pretty soon we'll have to send you to an asylum to get that head examined before you're or otherwise you can become a danger to the city. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw. Killian, yours is at disadvantage.
Every reaction I have is, oh, absolutely not. You shut your
I refuse.
every reaction I have.
Well, that roll finally came through.
Yeah.
Hooray!
All right.
Wisdom.
Yay! We all made it.
Yeah, all of you at the same time just kind of steel yourselves. This is bullshit. You know this is not true. None of this is accurate. You are not going to get fooled by these illusions anymore. You guys are stronger than this. You guys can overcome this. You all feel that same inner strength of just not falling for this illusionary, enchanting bullshit. Your minds are your own. You cannot let these affect you anymore. You cannot let these hurt you anymore. As you see, and did you want to do anything, Killian, in response?
Killian kind of just, because you said we're kind of moving through nothing, it's substantialness.
Yes.
Killian kind of looks around and just to the general nothingness, he says, so this is only a sampling. You're going to have to do much better to make it as close to reality as it was.
The illusion dissipates into just this silvery smoke and disappears into the darkness. And up ahead, you see the end of a track. You see a opening heading into light. You feel the cart slowing down. as you go through the opening. And you have to kind of blink because of how long you were in the darkness. But as you come through, you find yourselves once more on the track at the entrance of the Mystery Mine Ride.
Before we actually cross that threshold, now that we
Yes.
have gotten back to our, like, basically gone, this is some bullshit. We are stronger than this. Before we actually get out, I would probably Nim would turn to Robin. Hey, Robin.
Yeah.
You know much about this track?
Some.
What would happen if we got out?
Don't do that.
Insight check?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
I want to know.
I want to know.
Okay. Nim stays put.
All right. All right.
Killian looks Killian looks at Robin. Why do people go on this?
Well, I mean, I think it's fascinating. The way they use divination to sort of probe against your psyche and find the things that you're afraid of to show you. It's a really interesting probe, and it allows you to sort of confront your own fears in the process.
Why do people go on this?
Also, the extra dimensionality of actually going through. Like, did you notice that we were going up when there is no up when you look at it from outside? So, there's definitely like some sort of pocket dimension thing going on. I think that's interesting. I'd like to figure out how they constructed that, and in a portable manner that we can take it apart and move it around for each of the individual carnival shows. It's great.
I think there is, and this is from Alphonse, something to be said about facing your fears while surrounded by others struggling through the same. There's some strength to be had there, perhaps.
Okay. But my question remains: why?
Real
it's
quick
fun.
real quick for me, did anyone succeed on all of the saving throws?
I didn't.
No? All right. Okay.
I was so close.
Yeah, if you had succeeded, anyone who would have succeeded on all the saving throws would have had advantage on all charisma-based ability checks until the end of the carnival.
Oh, that would have been so perfect for me too. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
you would have been like down with that. That would have been
But
nice.
you have to. Yeah, you have to succeed on all of them.
Did not.
Did not.
Oh well, it's okay. You guys didn't get the negative penalty at least.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking so. Oh my
All right.
lord.
The cart's like pulling across the track, and you see Zafixo again, and he's just like, "All right, did you have fun?"
That's a word for therapy.
Yes.
I know you always have fun on that thing, Robin.
It's so neat. And I really need to pick the brain of Mr. Light, Mr. Witch, see if they know how the extra dimensionality works, because that's fascinating.
I feel much more confident that my Lady Trash is surrounded by people she can trust.
The ride's always good for some self-reflection and confidence building, I feel.
Oh yeah.
All right, and he waves the contraption device again, and your seatbelts unlatch by themselves, and the cart door opens.
Hey, you remember that time those kids came in and were like, kept claiming they were from a different world when they came out of the ride? That was weird, right?
I know. I think they took us some lessons in gaslighting from inside.
Yeah.
Were they kidnapped by a short, rotund gnome?
No, of course not. I mean,
Little
they did
pocket-
kind of wander off after they got off the ride, though. I wonder what happened to them.
Couldn't say. But I know that I know that right in there is just a pocket dimension. I have no idea how it works. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are the ones that kind of maintain it. I just do the actual track.
Quick question, sir.
Mhm.
Yes.
Does the ride remember or keep track of all of the information that it obviously just gleaned from us?
Are you asking if the track had cookies?
Oh God, no.
I
You
am
know-
asking if I'm asking if we've been Zuckerberg.
You know, I'm not entirely sure about that. Like I said, I just maintain the track part, and that he just points to the all-seeing eye. That's its own thing. It kind of just like looks at you. It knows what you're about, and it uses it against you in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the TikTok algorithm. Got it.
Oh,
It,
God.
What's
may-
TikTok? Like a clock?
Exactly.
Yes.
Ah,
I think it's the malevolent will of the group mind, but we could call it TikTok if you wanted to.
Why? Never mind. I am
malevolent will of the group.
I am done with this ride. Can we
I
go
hate it.
anywhere else?
Mhm.
Has anyone ever considered lighting this ride on fire?
Oh, some people have tried. It doesn't work.
Yeah, don't do that.
It just kind of it's all magic, so you can't really destroy a magical item with fire. Just kind of.
I have magical fire.
I mean, you can try, but it ain't gonna work.
Don't do
I think
that.
you're gonna upset the bosses.
Yeah.
Killian, just come on. We still have information to gather.
So as Nim is trying to drag and killing away, Kelly is looking over his shoulder, glaring at the ride.
I hate it here.
I don't know how I ended up as like the responsible older sister in this group, because that is not.
Because you grew up with kids.
Do you want to come again? We could go again if you want.
Never mind. Let's let light
Oh, okay.
Robin on fire.
Why are you going to light me on fire?
Just later, maybe later.
Maybe
How about,
Later.
how about not?
I didn't say how much later.
You like just shoot to like whatever he has fireball accidentally hits Robin with it later.
I only spent enough sorcery points to make the other two invulnerable. Whoops! I ran out of sorcery
Whoops!
points. Sorry, Robin. Remember
What,
that fucking ride? Remember the
What is the
ride?
time frame looking like?
What's so actually like does anyone have anything resembling a timepiece?
No.
No?
I look up
No?
and I see the sun and where it is in the sky.
Do they have like criers who walk around and tell you like, this thing's about to happen or that's about to happen?
I would suspect that Robin has a sense of when things are
Yeah,
supposed to
I would
happen.
say that. I would say that there's about like 30 minutes till the 4th hour and the big top extravaganza, so you have time to do one other thing before heading over to the big top.
There is a bubble pop teapot, which might be a slightly less challenging ride.
Maybe they'll have chamomile. Holy shit! And it starts walking towards it.
Can I tell him that it probably will have other things than chamomile? Would that
Yes,
bother
you
him?
could. You
Oh,
know how the
yeah.
ride works.
I'm just
Oh, you thought he was asking me.
no. I'm asking that. Is it going to bother him if I tell him that it's a different kind of tea?
Here's the thing. I just want him to find out on his own.
Okay.
You have betrayed me for the last time, Nim.
It's not a betrayal. It's a you need to learn more about the Fae.
No,
Al-
no.
al-
I
also, also,
this is
it's
a
not the
lesson.
last time.
No.
So you're heading over to the bubble pop teapot.
don't. Yeah, just because it's nearby, and I really did
All right.
he really did want some tea.
All right.
It's also like
So-
on the way to the big top too. So
Yeah. So you head on over to the bubble pop teapot. Damn it. A 20-foot tall teapot rests on a wooden platform. Its painted surface whirling with moving imagery of flying dragons, breathing streams of bubbles. There is a door at the base of the teapot that allows entry into the interior. And and you see the people emerging from the spout are enclosed in a bubble that detaches and then starts to float away across the carnival.
Oh no.
And you see that there are 7 goblins around the platform that are sipping tea from mismatched porcelain cups. One of the ride maintenance guy is it's a goblin wearing bright yellow butterfly wings, and you see that he has a belt that has a string of teaspoons going around his waist. And when he has and they're just like, it looks like they're just having a tea party, him and these 7 goblins. And when you approach, you can see that the one with the yellow wing, seeing you approach, just gestures to a sign on the table that reads, "The word that you intend to say, try saying it in a different way."
Salutations, my friends. How's the tea?
The goblin with the yellow rings looks at you, Robin. "Oh, my good friend Robin Clover. I didn't know that your shift was over."
I'm showing these fine folks around.
Okay, hang on. I am bad at rhyming, and this character only talks in rhymes. So
Oh no.
I'm having to think. So the goblin looks at your compatriots. I'm having I lovingly call this goblin Lin-Manuel Miranda, like outside of the game. He sees your friends and he says, you said compatriots, right?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Fine folks, I think is what we were called.
Fine folks. Fine folks indeed accompanying thee. Come sit down, have some tea.
Trash had looked at the sign and then turned around, fumbled a bit with the puppet, and then she mouths something that has no sound.
A fine
The sign told her to say it in a different way, so she's actually trying to say it and she can't.
What is she trying to say?
Is this ride therapeutic? Because so far all the rides have been therapeutic, and she's kind of looking to our companion specifically for Killerin, and
the goblin looks at Trash, reads looking at her lips instead as she speaks, and he ponders for a moment. Try to think of a rhyme. Hang on. I need a rhyming dictionary for this guy.
therapy ends with a C and an E. So
yeah, I know. I'm really bad at rhyming. I play a bard, and I've only ever been able to write one song, and just because inspiration hit me, and I'm just I'm never going to be able to reproduce that again. All right. Good. I'm trying to figure out a rhyme for good.
Should, would.
Should, would, could. Hood.
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle. He looks at Trash and he says, some a cup of tea would do you good. Pull up a seat if you would. And you do see that there are there's just a bunch of tea leaves on the table, of various kinds. A handful of tea leaves on the ground would do you good, and you
Make no sound or something sound.
No, I was gonna try to rhyme it with profound.
Ah,
I messed it up.
And revelations will be profound.
Yeah, and revelations will be profound. Thank you. I love my players for helping me because I'm bad at this.
I have a question.
The last time I ran this campaign, I'm just like, guys, can we just not go to the bubble pot teapot?
My apologies.
No, you're good.
I have a meta question.
Yes.
Okay, so he can read Trash's lips.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Trash has kind of discovered that. She's delighted and she's ready to speak more. Will the fact that she lost her voice prevent even that form of communication?
No, she can still move her lips. She just can't make a sound.
Okay, she very excitedly just starts talking to the goblin like she has an entire list of Pokemon that she's never been able to tell everybody the name of. And she's just, she's babbling about stagecraft and tea and her.
She's info dumping on him.
Yeah, he's smiling pleasantly and nodding. I can see that you haven't spoken in quite a while, but it is very nice to see you smile.
Aww.
She does.
Goes over to one of the chairs and says, "If you have tea of the chamomile kind, I desperately feel I need to unwind."
Yeah, and he'll point at Killian. He's like, treacle wise, that's my name. A lot of people generally feel the same. And he points over to some chamomile. But yeah,
lavender to add, I think would be best. I have a lot of emotion to get off my chest.
He'll hand you some of the tea leaves and then gesture to the ground.
I sit on the ground? No.
Tea leaves on the ground.
Oh.
Revelations profound.
Oh.
Revelations profound.
I'll go look at the tea leaves on the ground.
Okay, so you throw the tea leaves on the ground. And you feel yourself embolstered as the protection from evil and good spell is suddenly cast on you, and a hot cup of delicious tea suddenly appears in your hands. Exactly what you were wanting.
While by definition, chamomile would be a tisane, I find myself thinking about that and being in pain. Do you have a green tea that might soothe me?
Green tea, I find, is good for your soul. He'll gesture. We have some of those leaves in this bowl. And he pushes just a bowl of green tea leaves over to you.
Nim stares at the bowl of tea leaves, unsure what to do with them.
He gestures to the ground.
Takes the bowl, tosses them on the ground.
The same thing that happened to Killian just now happens to you. You feel yourself embolstered by a spell, which is protection from evil and good, which lasts for 10 minutes. And a cup of green tea just appears in your hands, nice and hot.
Trash voices, doesn't voice, but she mouths. I'm not too fond of drinks that are hot, but some Milo's tea would hit the spot.
Of course it would be Milo's tea. Tricklewise looks at you. Ah, I see that you hail from the south. Please put these sweet tea leaves in your mouth.
Ugh.
Not like, all right, not tea leaves. Put some of this sweet tea in your mouth.
Gotcha. Then
But,
she
yeah,
does.
and then he'll gesture to the ground again.
Trash does the thing.
You scatter the tea leaves. Gain the protection from evil and good, and a nice, instead of a hot teacup, it's a glass with ice in it and a straw. As you get a Milo's sweet tea. My partner loves that tea also.
Uh,
That was awesome.
wow.
I lean over to
1 second,
Yeah.
Ray.
sorry, go ahead.
McCoy was trying to speak first.
Well, I do enjoy a good tea, that is no lie. I think I would prefer another name for my chai.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead and say your thing, Ray, while I think of a
Oh,
rhyme.
no, I was just because he leans over to him and is like, how do we rhyme something with boba?
Tricklewise looks to you, Robin. You never order the same thing twice. I see you're looking for a little spice.
That was good. That was
That was
good.
good. That was good.
Yeah, and he pushes a pouch of just all those nice spices that create the chai tea.
Okay, nope.
Now, do you want it chilled or hot? All right.
And Ray, we would definitely rhyme with pearls, not boba.
All right. So you get the protection of from good and evil, from evil and good. I always want to say good and evil instead of evil and good, and it throws me off so bad. You get the spell protection from evil and good, and you get a nice hot cup of chai in your hands.
I was gonna say, you're just stating which side you're on.
What?
Because you always want to say protection from good and evil.
Yeah. I don't know. I just always hear it said good and evil, good and evil first, and my brain just. I know it's in alphabetical order for the book, but my brain just immediately always hears good and evil. For some reason.
It's because of how we're conditioned to think about good and evil.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's a lot of that has to do with that. The fact that you're probably casting something to protect yourself from evil, less likely to be protecting yourself from good.
And he'll look over
And
to
it doesn't
the.
do it either.
Yeah. He'll look over to the direction you guys came from. I see you took a ride in a mine cart. That ride is usually not for the faint of heart.
Killian just starts drinking his tea somehow more aggressively.
Angry slurps.
Kindness is not always kind, but the ride helps you through a bind.
But doesn't leave you in a good state of mind.
Damn it. Oh god. This is so good. I know that a lot of the attractions in this carnival can be quite taxing, but my space is very good for some prolonged relaxing.
Well, we do have some time to kill before the next show, and we really didn't have any other place to go. Now stop all this rhyming. I mean it.
You can't.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah, I was.
The Big Topics extravaganza is quite a sight to see. It's nice to hear that you stopped for some tea. And like he sit like when he says tea, he's kind of got like that gossipy look on his face.
Hmm. 1 second.
Tea being spilled upon request. Information, though, is our quest.
Ah. Cool.
Information for a mind that's recently woke. The carnival information you can get from some of the carnival folk. Looking at Killian specifically.
But with carnival folk we currently sit, is there nothing we can gain from it?
Minds of the past can often be shattered. Information here is often scattered.
Where would you suggest we pursue our quest?
Ooh, that was good.
Nice.
There's often stories here to tell. Speak with Diana at the carousel.
Out of character, sorry. Did we go to the
Yeah.
carousel already?
Nope.
Okay.
You passed by it.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I knew there was some mention of it. I just couldn't remember what the context was.
So Big Top and then Carousel, probably. We might get some information. Actually, this is speaking all meta. Alphonse is saying this. We may get some information from the Big Top that will help us ask more probing and relevant questions at the carousel.
Are we compelled to rhyme, or are we simply?
No, you're not
playing into it?
compelled. You're not compelled to rhyme at all.
Oh, fabulous!
Treacle Wise always speaks in rhyme, though.
Oh, fabulous.
This is actually the first time Alphonse has talked, because this is a rare opportunity for Trash to basically communicate.
Aye.
Nim's mostly been quiet because in her mind, this is a compulsion that she doesn't want to fall into.
Mm.
But hearing Alphonse not talk in rhyme, yeah, I think we finish our tea. Maybe if there's time before the Big Top, carousel. If not, after.
I agree.
I mean, at the moment, we do not know what our time frame is, though. I am looking at the RL time and what we have time for left.
However, if it is entertainment that for you long, listen to Palasha sing her song.
It is to Palasha, the Candlefoot Longs.
Yeah.
Oh.
That gives us 3 places.
Yep.
And should you seek some great insight, there's always Mr. Witch, and then there's Mr. Light.
We've heard that it's very hard to gain their attention. I just thought I'd mention.
They do not like it when people in the carnival frown. Spread some cheer and earn the monarch's crown. earn the crown, and you might get insight from Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. They always like it when carnival goers spread cheer. Perhaps your request they will hear.
I wondered, this is Alphonse, if we've already spread a little cheer by reuniting the two lovers.
Indeed. Sometimes, to make your wishes and needs, you must go and do some good deeds.
The Lovers Reunited is a celebrative occasion. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light might be willing to provide more information. And he looks over in the direction of the Hall of Illusions as he says that.
He says, well, my tea is done, and we have steps to take. Hopefully information will follow in their wake.
If your tea is done, perhaps you might be interested in having some fun. And he gestures to the teapot.
Gillian is like, there goes all the trust.
The bubble, he gestures to the teapot. Surrounded in a bubble, you get quite a view. It's a view that too few knew.
Assuming that the bubble doesn't pop, will we be back in time to go to the big top?
Let me read what the bubble does again. Where is it?
It brings terror. Okay. That's what it does.
Do you have a fear of heights?
No,
Lovely.
I do. I get dizzy stepping up on a step stool.
Okay. In the bubble, you need not fear. To the ground, you will safely float near. To the ground of the big top, you will safely float near.
Ooh.
I shrug. Stand up, put the teacup down, and look at you all and gesture towards the bubble pot.
I spend so much of my time trying to hide. It might be fun to take a ride.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go.
I wish you well as you follow your hunch. However, I do require a ticket punch. And he pulls out the little...
Ooh.
I hold out my ticket stamp.
I mean, just the info alone is worth a punch as far as I'm concerned, so...
Yeah, we got 2 leads from him.
And you also have 2 tickets each.
Oh, well, okay.
Remember,
okay.
you guys had the...
We bought tickets and then we have more tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so he punches all of your tickets. Robin rides for free. And you guys go up to the wooden teapot and go in through the door. You guys start to ascend a wooden spiral staircase that goes up to the spout. And it kind of starts to narrow as you get closer to the spout until you're eventually having to climb a ladder that is built into the spout part. And as you're poking your head up through the top, a bubble is starting to encase you, and the more you go up until your feet are just past the spout, the mouth of the spout, you're suddenly surrounded by a bubble and are now floating in the air over the carnival. It's starting to float ever higher, just lazily moving and floating. If you're wanting to, are any of you going to try to steer the bubble?
Sure.
All right. Anyone who wants to steer the bubble needs to make an acrobatics check.
Oh, wow. Wow. Acrobatics, huh?
Hmm.
What's the worst that could happen?
Not a high DC.
Did you say that right before you rolled?
Right before you rolled.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's a great roll, but that's like playing like Warhammer and saying don't roll ones.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Like,
I'm going. Trash is going to let the bubble take wherever it's headed, but I'm
Okay.
going to roll either up to you investigation or perception to see if I spot anything of specific interest.
Okay.
So, which one of those two would you? They're both the same mod. either way.
Perception. Perception.
Okay.
I'm doing the same, actually.
Okay.
I'm just
All right.
kind of
I
wandering.
mean, I see, but beyond that,
Okay. So Nim and Killian, you both are able to control your bubble and get it to steer in any direction you guys want. The DC was 10. For Trash and Robin, you guys are looking over the carnival, and you have the best view anyone could possibly ask for. Oops, I accidentally drew something. You have the you have the best view anyone could possibly ask for in this carnival right now. You see from one end to the other very clearly. You can see the Gondola Swan River wrapping itself around the entirety of this carnival. You can see the carousel ride. You can see the feasting orchard, the dragonfly rides. You see the places you've already been, which is the Hall of Illusions, the Mystery Mine, and you see the Big Top Carnival. Now, Robin, you already know what's behind the Big Top Carnival, but Trash, for the first time, you can see hidden behind the Big Top, surrounded by these thick, dense bramble walls, is an area of the carnival that isn't very visible from the ground. And you can see that there are a lot of little little wagon trailers that people can reside in. There's a fire inside, and you can see people heading from those wagons towards the Big Top. And this person there's one person you specifically see from this view. You see a man wearing brightly colored red and white jester's outfit, wielding a glowing wand that looks like it has a pair of dragonfly wings on it. It's like just this one like beautiful scepter, and you see him happily like navigating towards the Big Top.
do people look like they're following him or giving him like leeway?
There are people that are respectfully giving him leeway, but also following him towards the Big Top.
Gotcha. Noted.
How long do we have these bubbles for? Did they tell us?
The
No.
bubbles float. They pop after a minute. And yes, you would have known that.
Alright.
How far would we get is the question in a minute.
You wouldn't get too far.
Yeah, like how fast do the bubbles move?
Half your speed,
Okay, yeah.
because they're floating.
We wouldn't get far at all. Alright.
Just, it's like a hamster ball sort of deal when if you got control over the bubble, just like
No one said there'd be exercise involved.
I'm super curious how empty that staff area is going to be.
Well, they seem to be making their way into the Big Top, so... Were you thinking about trying to land over there?
I wouldn't make it, but that won't stop me.
Are you having this conversation in character?
Killian would,
Okay.
would totally say it.
Okay.
We're all
We're
in
in-
individual bubbles.
We're in relative safety in the sky.
Yep.
Yeah, you're all in individual bubbles.
Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
would need like a shotgun mic to be able to pick us up here.
I am probably not with the other two since I didn't like affect the movement of my bubble.
Yeah, you're Robin and Trash are kind of just like listlessly floating, while Killian and Nim are kind of just like this way, this way, this way.
You know, this could be something the next time we should bring a space hamster for. They could just like do autopilot for us.
Robin, you have a good sense of time that it's about 15 minutes before the Big Top Extravaganza starts.
All right, I will bring my ride to an end.
Okay.
How long? How close do we actually get?
I mean, you're floating like the bubble pop teapot is relatively close to the Big Top, so you guys are easily able to just float over there.
Okay. Hey, Robin.
Yeah,
Would you say most of staff goes to this extravaganza?
sure, it's a big show.
Does anyone not go?
Hmm. Can I think of anybody who doesn't?
Let's see, for the Big Top Extravaganza. Do. You know that everyone in the carnival, except for the ones everyone in the carnival except for the ones monitoring like the very basic rides, pretty much go to the Big Top Extravaganza. But the staff area would generally be empty.
Yeah, pretty much everyone goes, and those who don't are watching a ride or something like that.
Super.
Super.
Why do you ask?
I will
As
say
we all like,
the bubbles did pop, and you guys, it's basically like feather fall. You guys float gently down to the ground. They're not gonna kill the fair goers.
No, just teleport them somewhere.
Yeah.
or allow people to randomly steal from them and maybe kidnap them.
Yeah.
Nim.
They're not going to do it. They're just going to allow others.
Yeah, they obviously have our well-being in mind at all times. All right, so I guess we're heading to the Big Top.
It's less nefarious, more neglectful.
More neglectful.
Nim definitely makes the choice to like hang back a little bit from the group and then be like, yeah, sure, Big Top. And then proceed around to the side to go towards the staff area.
So, are you going around around the Big Top to get to the
Let me look at the map.
the Wall of Thorns?
Yep.
Okay.
Bramble area. Yes, please.
All right. I need you to give me a stealth check as you're trying to sneak away from your part of your group.
Didn't necessarily try to sneak away, just decided to turn left when everybody else didn't.
I still need a check to see if they notice, and like stealth is the only one I can think of.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm bad at it.
No, I was gonna say, and you're a rogue, so.
All right, everyone else, can you tell me your passive perceptions?
My passive.
10.
10.
Oh wait, that's insight. 10. Sorry.
10. Wait, no, that's 10.
12.
14 for trash.
Okay. So Nim is able to get away to separate herself from you guys without you actively knowing. So we're gonna do these in parts. So for Trash, Killian, and Robin, you guys head towards the big top. And as you're entering, where is the big top? Description. All right. The roof of this tent reaches towards the night sky with 3 swooping peaks that are topped with spinning gold stars. The wooden panels on the tent walls are painted and whirl with colorful motions, displaying various vibrant circus performances. And you can hear music and laughter coming from inside as people are filing in for the Big Top extravaganza. Like the stands are starting to fill up, and you'd have to basically it's all a matter of just finding a place to sit down. Robin, you working here, you're part of the Big Top extravaganza, so this is you're about to enter some work hours.
Yep. He actually says, "Hey, I need to go get ready for a performance. I hope to see you during the show."
Absolutely break a leg.
I'm not certain you mean that in a friendly manner.
It's the right thing to say from what I understand. Wishing someone good luck is actually bad.
Well, show business is kind of new to me, honestly. I'm more of a sort of a preacher, I guess. It's one way to look at it.
I don't know if it's the same for circuses as it is for stage, but yes, Killian is correct. You wish someone bad luck so they'll have good luck.
Oh, okay. Well,
and when you think about it, it's a very fey way of thinking, I would say.
I mean, that's one way of thinking about it. Yes, I suppose it is. All right. Thank you. I think.
You're welcome.
So, Robin, you're gonna head back to the staff area of the Big Top tent, the dressing room area where you're gonna change into your costume and stuff. Trash and Killian, where are you going to be sitting?
The party is so split right now. Real quick, is there a way to view underneath the bleachers as we're coming up?
Yeah, it's not hard to see underneath the bleachers. They're basic, just like high school football bleachers.
I'm going to try and use the advantage of the 120-foot devil sight to look underneath the bleachers, see if any of our, the little girl with the mask or anybody else is hiding underneath any of those areas.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
18.
So as you're looking about and trying to look, is peering through the bleachers, between people's legs and everything, trying to gather if anyone's hidden or anything, you do notice 3 shapes prowling underneath the bleachers. And you do notice one shape going over to someone who is obviously not wearing butterfly wings in the audience. And you see this individual there. I will say that they're a half-orc man who looks a little gruff, just looking around cautiously. You suddenly see a dazed look hit his face, kind of cloudy-eyed for a moment, and you can see the little hand of whichever creature this is going into his pockets and retreating back into under the bleachers. And you after a moment you see this half-orc blink and just kind of look around huh.
Alphonse in his little roguish outfit whispers all of this to Gillerin because you're the only one there. Actually, Alphonse is a little surprised. It's okay. Yes, underneath the bleachers, and I believe I have seen a theft. and then describes what she saw.
Have they noticed I'm gone?
Yeah, like Alphonse just only now. Oh, and also, we seem to be down 2 individuals, not just one.
Yeah, Killian, you look around. Nim's not near with you guys.
Killian, I'm sorry.
Look, having discussed it with Nim before when we were in the bubbles, I kind of like just lean into Trash and Alphonse, and it says they may be doing a little exploring.
Ah, yes. And it taps. Actually, Alphonse goes to taps its nose and then instead taps its horn.
So let's go ahead and take in the big show and try not to make it obvious.
We should also maybe keep an eye on the half-orc for later to see if they've lost something.
I would say from what because you told me what you saw, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because it would be very obvious to point it out. So if that's what is happening, then he probably will, but we can't expect to know when.
Yes. I think I literally just saw the theft itself, and our suspicions about and the thing to note is that was not wearing the wings. I think getting inside the place without wings is what makes you a target.
That's interesting. That's actually a good note. So yeah, we'll keep a lookout for other people without wings then. But now let's see what the show's about.
Yeah. So Nim, you have reached the wall of thorns, briar thorns that are surrounding the staff area. How would you like to proceed?
Nim's gonna wait until she hears the show clearly starting.
Okay. So it's going to be...
She's going to find a tree, perhaps like are shown on the map, and just lean against it, not trying to hide her presence, not trying to do anything, just relaxing.
Okay.
Because at this point, should anyone come around, it's the, what are you doing back here? Oh, lots of noise. Needed a break. You know,
Okay.
very much how Dice reacts to conventions.
Especially the vendor room.
No.
Find a video room and hide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, just waiting, watching, seeing if anyone notices her.
All right. Well, no one's around this area since they're all heading into the big top right now. Robin, you're in the dressing area of the big top. It's a bustle of activity. People are getting ready. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. I don't notice much.
Yeah, no, it's very busy. You're kind of just getting into your costume for the show. And yeah, you start to head out to get in position, getting ready. In the big top itself, Trash and Killian, have you guys taken your seats?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you sitting? Pretty more or less. Okay. All right. So, eventually, the lights go dark in the big top. It's very shadowy. It's very dark inside. 1 second. and a hush falls over the crowd. A second later, you see a spotlight come down in the very center of the what's it called? The is it a circus? Is it just a circus ring?
Yep.
The center of the circus ring. And you see that's loud. You see a lithe elven figure sitting in a silver hoop suspended above the center ring with silk ropes. They are wearing Trash. You recognize this individual immediately from your perception check earlier, but this individual is wearing a red and white jester's costume. They have a painted clown face on, and they are holding this the scepter that is with the dragonfly wings that is topped with a slightly spinning vane. And he raises the vane up and says, "Welcome, one and all, to the evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light, and prepare to be delighted." Like, it's almost like you can clearly tell that there's magic in place with his voice, because using prestidigitation to make it sound louder like a microphone. Nim, from outside, you can clearly hear the show about to start. And after he says that, all of the Witchlight Carnival performers, including Robin, file out from the dressing room into the center ring, kind of doing like the fun little bow and meeting, like just introducing themselves sort of deal. Robin, what are you wearing for the show?
He's wearing motley, the little hood with the bells, and it kind of is rigged to hook around his horns, and sort of a colorful outfit of blues, and he has his holy symbol out on his chest as he dances around, playing his flute, and will occasionally just do an impossibly high jump,
Mirthfully, ding.
to leap up on top of some display or something, and would play, and there would be things following him, like there would be clowns dressed as rats and so on.
Yeah, and Killian and Trash, you clearly see Robin in the crowd. You also see that there are fire breathers, acrobats doing impossible aerial tricks up on the what are they called? The trapeze. They're doing trapeze acts up there. You see the clowns. You see just everyone having a great time doing like their big opening number. Nim, you've heard the show start.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
How tall is the bramble wall?
The bramble wall is it's wall of thorns. It's 20 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to use one of my charges of a particular gift that was bestowed upon me by some of my siblings.
Trying to get to your character sheet. Load faster. Why is my... Hang on, I'm gonna just restart D&D Beyond. Okay. Open faster, thank you. Campaigns. Why is D&D... I'm going on my phone then. I don't need you.
I can just DM you what I'm doing.
Yeah, do that, because I'm failing right now.
It's okay.
Oh, sure, now you want to work.
It's
now it wants to work.
It's also available to you on Roll20 if...
Were you able to get it to work? Oh,
Faith,
right.
trust.
Faith, trust. Yes, that's right. All right. Okay, yeah. So, you have for 1 minute a flying. You can fly.
Yep.
All right. So you use a charge of your pixie dust, and
I was
yes.
trying not to tell them I had that shit, but sure.
You're not the only one who has it.
Oh well. Yeah. So I just kind of pop and over.
Yeah, easy enough. You're able to just kind of like float up and glide over the thorny wall. Go ahead. Once you reach the other side, what are you trying to sneak, or are you going to just walk through?
I mean, do I see anybody there?
Give me a perception check.
This is where everything is going to go wrong. I told you.
It seems clear. Back inside.
Ever hear your GM say?
Back inside the tent, Mr. Light wraps up the opening performance for the Big Top Extravaganza, and says, "Thank you all for joining us here tonight. We have several amazing acts here for you under the Big Top tonight. First off, let's start out with Burly the Bugbear." And everyone, Trash and Killian, you can see a bugbear walking forward wearing a pumpkin head over his face. And he has like the tiniest pair of wings just attached to his back. He's so bulky you wouldn't even have noticed they were there until you saw him turn around. Bradley here is going to be performing some feats of strength for us. And you hear clapping going around
I'm clapping and everything like that.
Yay! Yay!
All right. So you see him and for the next 5 minutes, it's gonna be for the next minute or so, it's gonna be Burly just tossing barrels and everything, doing the hammer to break stuff sort of deal. It's like he's playing whack-a-mole with and tossing mead barrels and stuff.
Trash
Robin!
is using.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Trash is using her experience with stagecraft. She's kind of keeping an eye, not necessarily on what's in the center of the ring, but on the people who are setting things up and doing things in the background. Because a lot of times, one, she's kind of keeping an eye out for the other thieves that we were supposed to be looking at, but also she's just sort of fascinated as, she's not seen a craft like this. She's used to the Platinum Paradisia.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Robin, do you want to assist Burly in his act in any way?
Sure. I will. Because I can't really help him with the strength side of it, I will actually help him with putting a little bit of a light show behind him. With
absolutely. Yeah, and you're not the only one, Robin. There are you guys know your cues. You know how you're supposed to just make everything look fantastical and whimsical as possible. So every act that exists in the Big Top Extravaganza has some prestidigitation, illusion, and enchantment magic happening to make it all look even more amazing than it actually is. Nick. Yes, go ahead.
I got a 23 on the perception.
23 on the perception. So with the 23 on the perception, you are looking around, you're seeing Witchlight hands rolling out barrels, working very well in tandem. These people are very practiced in this part of the event. They know what they're supposed to do. They the stage cues are on point. Everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing right down to the second. And it's very impressive. You haven't seen this much coordination among a staff, even where you're from. Because mistakes happen. You know that in showbiz, sometimes mistakes happen, sometimes timing is off. They are so practiced that you're not even seeing any of that. you can tell these people have been doing this stuff for a very long time. But you also see that, like, in the stands, you do still see the occasional dazed face, and then suddenly a blink, and just confusion as a witchlight not a witchlight hand, a thief is taking something from them.
Always without wings.
Always without wings.
Hmm.
Nim, what are you doing?
I'm looking for what is clearly the boss's area.
Okay.
The
So,
big cart.
Also,
The
just a
big
note, I have that cupcake.
okay, are you using the
Ready.
cupcake?
Not
You have
yet.
it ready? Okay.
It's that
you have
moment
it.
of
You're just
panic
holding it.
eating.
Most
You're just
thieves
holding
walk
it on-
around with a dagger ready. Nim walks around with a cupcake.
Are you going to
Let's
proceed
be
for-
real. I know very much how I'd be tearing off the bottom, putting it on top, and shoving the whole thing in my mouth.
Now, my question is, are you proceeding as normal, like just walking, or are you going to stealth through?
Well, I'm not going to intentionally try to bring attention to myself, but I also know that there is value in speed right now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be rushing necessarily, but it's kind of a glance around, don't see anybody, just walk with purpose.
Okay, then I will ask for another perception check to see for your moment.
Okay.
To move.
This is going so well.
All right. Seems clear. And you do see that there is a bigger wagon than the others.
Going straight for it.
Okay. You head over to the wagon. It's like a door. It's like mostly a green wagon with like red and gold trim around it. You can see that the door is currently closed.
Okay. Check for traps, see if it's locked, etc.
Give me an investigation check. God, my nose.
I am picturing you humming your own theme song while doing this. I'm just
Investigation. All right. With your investigation, it does not look like it is trapped. You feel fairly confident in that, but you do know that it is locked.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Let's
dun.
try to deal with that.
All right. Go ahead and give me a deck. Believe it's a lot like a
These tools.
sleight of
I think-
hand.
I was going to say, there's not a Thieves' Tools check, so sleight of
No,
hand.
it's sleight of hand. It's sleight of hand.
It's not these tools?
Yeah, you actually, what it is it's thieves' tools, and you just make a
26!
to use.
26. She got a natural 20, guys. I
Oh,
think,
forget it.
right?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20. Easy enough. You know how to pick a lock. You and the kids all kind of did lock picking growing up and everything because you thought it was fun. So you easily just pick this lock and are able to open the wagon door. Moving back into the extravaganza.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flipping between
Yes.
pages.
Ready. I'm ready. What lock am I picking?
All right. Burley finishes up his act, and he's just like, and next up we will hear the wonderful serenades of our beautiful mermaid Palasha in her from the wonder of her clamshell bathing pool. And you see like some witchlight hands wheeling in this bathing pool that's made to look like a clamshell.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a fishbowl that's on like a seashell sort of deal. Like
Mhm.
just opens up and inside is the bowl and Palasha's in there. And she's gonna start singing. Go ahead, Killian, and Crash, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I should have been a monk.
Should have been a monk.
Oh.
What'd you get? Oh my god. Okay. All right. So, Trash. She's a beautiful singer. You can't deny that. And like, Robin, what kind of prestidigitations are you doing to assist Palasha this time around? Visually, what is?
He's playing flute.
He's playing the
He's
flute for her.
accompanying
Yeah.
You're accompanying. Okay, so basically, you're doing band stuff this time. For this act.
Yep.
All right. So you see Robin providing instrumental accompaniment to her music along with some other musicians as well. And there are some Witchlight hands just doing prestidigitations, making the water dance and everything for her, providing some sparkling light. Killian, you're listening to this song and you find yourself hopelessly enamored with Palasha as she sings, and she's casting Charm Person on the crowd. It's wonderful. It's just so she's the most beautiful individual you have seen in your life. She's got the most beautiful voice. Trash, in the day you think you could have matched her. You could have matched her.
Do I notice?
Me turning into a slack-jawed idiot.
Yeah, do I notice that? And throughout the crowd, in fact.
You rolled a natural 1. I will say roll insight to see how much of the crowd has been affected by it.
12.
A 12? All right. You definitely notice Killian beside you is just slack-jawed staring at this mermaid in wonderment and awe.
Mm-hmm.
Little tear rolling down my cheek.
Yeah, there's a tear rolling down his cheek. He's so moved by this performance. And you do see, like, around you there are a couple of people that share a similar reaction, but it's hard to perceive the entire crowd because just it is very beautiful, and you do find yourself just gravitating towards listening to her also because she does have a lovely voice.
I get that, but there's a part in Trash that is thinking, if I wanted to do some shenanigans while somebody who is capable of enrapturing a crowd, would be a really good time to do that. So now I'm really looking.
What kind of shenanigans?
Like more thefts. I'm looking so that because I've seen this happen a couple of times, and I'm trying to pick out like faces a little bit and get like more.
I will say you do still catch some theft. You are able to actively see the thefts. Now that you know what you're looking for, the DC is lowering drastically for you. Mm-hmm. And at this point, yes, you are able to pick out right when a theft happens. Actually, I will say that you see that there is one relatively close to you. It's like in the next set of bleachers. Oh my god, my allergies are driving me insane right now.
What is the range on prestidigitation?
60 feet, I think.
Okay.
Prestidigitation, I believe it is 60 feet.
All right. The one who seems to be a little bit dazed, I would like, because you can affect flavors, I would like basically fill his mouth with the taste of refuse.
No.
Rude.
So that to kind of snap him out of whatever, hopefully to give him a chance to like make a saving throw or something like that, as a nasty sensory thing is fighting whatever it is that he's under.
All right. I'm going to ask you to just roll a d20 for me and add your spellcasting modifier to it.
Okay.
And I need to get a stat block real quick here. Where are you? I thought I had that stat block. Which one do you use? You use... Okay. I'll have to look it up. I'm just going to pull it up here on Roll20.
Okay, I'll just basically roll... it's pretty much a charisma check, is basically...
Yeah, it's a charisma check.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
14.
All right. I'm going to. This is not my d20s. These are my d10s for vampire. I grabbed the wrong dice bag.
This is not my beautiful dice.
It's not. All right. So,
These are my beautiful dice.
okay, you beat them in their spell, like in the spell they're casting. So, you put the foul taste in their mouth, and you see them suddenly just like snap out of it a lot quicker.
Mhm.
Just being like, "Oh, what was that?" And you see them look down, just go, "Hey!" in the middle, like throughout, like during the performance. Now we're gonna switch back to Nim. Is Nim there?
She had to actually step away for a moment from the keyboard.
Ah!
You might
Dang it!
You might want to stick with the big tough for a little bit. She had a minor thing she
Okay.
had to take care of.
All right.
Just a curious question. We are at
Yeah.
2:30.
Yes,
Are we hitting a natural pause point or?
we are once we get to Nim.
Gotcha.
I'm back. Give me a second.
Okay.
Back within range.
All right, Nim. You open the door to the wagon. What is your intention here?
I'm looking for. Oh my god, we didn't talk about this information. I don't know. Anything
right, so-
that looks like about the weird thief people, or anything about that might indicate items that were taken, or knowledge of the people who are like in charge as far as their knowledge of those things being taken. Like, are they in on this? Is there record of it? And then also just anything about my sister.
Okay. So, you do. So when you go in, I will say that you see that there are two bunks in this wagon. One is just neat and unadorned, and then the other one is gaudy and messy with a ton of costumes just strewn about. So go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay, we know who's top and who's bottom.
Or is it left and right?
It's left and right.
That's how I saw it.
Okay.
Come on!
What'd you roll? 8? All right, this actually works out. You start to search starting to search through drawers, opening drawers, looking under the bed and stuff, looking at the desk. Like there is a desk there next to the neat bunk. And as you're searching, you hear from behind you. Well, now, looks like we got a thief in here. You turn around and you see standing before you is an elf. This elf man is wearing a he's dressed in fine attire, a striped coat with like a waistcoat and nice pleated pants, a nice tie and a top hat with a rose on it. He also has a rose on his lapel, holding a cane, and you see him holding a pocket watch at the end of a gold chain that has a faint glowing light and makes a soft ticking noise. And he stares at you, says, "We're gonna have to figure out what to do here."
Faint misconception. Thieves take things.
And because we're pressed for time, we're gonna go ahead and end the session here.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Great. I have a whole week to think about how I'm gonna get out of this.
2 weeks actually, because
Oh,
next
that's
Sunday
right.
I'm on vacation and I won't be here.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Thank you so
I'm
much,
glad I have a
Crafty.
cupcake in hand.
I have a cupcake.
Oh no, I had an escape plan. I know I'm gonna try and talk my way out of this by, the wonderful nature of I'm gonna be correct. I'll be technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. But panic eating of sweets and such.
Panic eating of sweets.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us today, as we once again continue our journey in of light and shadow of God dang
Of
it.
light and loss.
Of light and loss. I was trying to throw so many different adjectives in there. But we are going to continue this in 2 weeks because we are taking a weekend off. And we will be back here on a Sunday in 2 weeks to continue this journey. Thank you, Crafty, for running as usual. Had a wonderful time.
Problem.
And thank you to our wonderful players. Let's go ahead and give them a chance to let people know where they can be found on the mighty interwebs. We will start out with right above me, Dice Goblin Black Cat.
As mentioned, I am Dice Goblin Black Cat. I am a dice maker. So if you need your shiny little click-clack rocks, you can find me at my Linktree, which has a link to my website and shop, because everything is 30% off and will remain that way until it's all gone. Because I have new things coming and I'm very excited about them. And I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. Everywhere is the same for me, pretty much. So yeah.
Perfect. Excellent, thank you. And then we will go around to Bishi Bunny. Bishi, where can people find you?
Yes, Bishy Bunny. By the way, if you are looking for me on either Twitter or Twitch, it is Bishy Bunny, one word, and the bunny is not capitalized. And I actually have a stream right after this round in about an hour or so. Me and the breakfast crew are going to hit Elden Ring Seamless Co-op. We're going to go smash up some Stormvale Castle. And that's me as Cinnabon and Big Daddy Biscuit and Little Mama Short Stack and Dr. Sausage McHam Slab. So yes, that is what we call the little breakfast crew. But yeah, that's where I am. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. Look me up and I'll do the same.
Excellent. And finally, we have the illustrious Jeremiah McCoy, better known as Basics of the Game. Where can we find you on the mighty interwebs?
Well, I am a figment of your imagination. You probably won't. But if you were to check under Basics of the Game, either here on Twitch, which I will be running my own stream for Newark by Night, which our DM Crafty is one of the lovely players. That will be tomorrow night. And except for that, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Blue Sky, and occasionally that site they used to call Twitter and a few other places. But
I won't call it the new thing.
Yeah, and I mainly talk about gaming in some capacity, whether it's to talk about the history of the hobby, how to keep it a healthy hobby, and deal with the jerks, and occasionally just sort of joking about it and explaining to warlocks why they are in fact having so many psychological issues.
Your daddy mommy issues have manifested. Now you have powers.
Listen, I don't want to hear it. I know my problems.
I can't even imagine as someone who plays mostly warlocks.
Anything else, Jeremiah?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, excellent. And of course, we have our amazing GM, Crafty Mirage. Crafty, where can people find you?
You guys can usually find me on TikTok. I post a lot of content on there. This past week has been kind of slow just because I've been packing and everything and just doing all game prep. I storytell over on St. Pete by Night on Thursdays. I have a coterie game that runs there called Don't Get Caught. You can catch us there at 10 p.m. CST every Thursday night. You can also catch me on Basic said on his every other Monday. We have our Newark by Night game where I play Feather, a Malkavian who I will only now describe as a rainbow with a knife.
And if you guys would like to see something amazing, just go try and watch on Mondays. Feather is a joy to behold.
Rainbow with a knife.
Yeah.
And I also have an Etsy shop if you guys ever want a crocheted item. I do commissions.
And there, I can guarantee you, you will enjoy it. We just got ours in, and it is amazing, and it's so soft. But all that being said, you can find all these creators' links currently in our chat. Remember, the biggest serotonin boost you can give any creator in any way, shape, or form is going to give them a follow. We would create no matter what. This is our hobby and our passion. But getting that, finding out that someone took that extra bit of time just to click that one button gives us a serotonin boost that really can't be described properly, and it makes us feel good. And you want to make people feel good, don't you? Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't not let us make us feel good. It would be sad. You can find dinner and a games information. Never mind, my link tree is not working. Forget it. You can't find us. We're invisible. But you're already on our socials, so you can find our links in our socials down there. So if you guys want to, you can give us a follow there. Give these people a follow as well. Remember, at dinner and a game, we will always save you a seat at the table. We want to make sure that you are safe and able to join that table. Almost all of us went to and dinner and a game went to Gen Con, and almost all of us got COVID. It is the new con crud. It is going to be around forever. So
Ooh, I gotta go buy a mask.
I know you
For the
gotta
plane.
go buy a lot of masks. We're gonna
For
have
the plane, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of N95s with us when we go to Gen Con. But if you want to be sure you're safe, wear a mask, social distance where you can, do what you can to keep yourself safe, because we want you to be able to come back and join us time after time.
Time after time.
And do what you can to make that happen. We are also, remember, we are still doing Doctors Without Borders. We'll be doing it to the end of January. And if you are watching during one of our streams and there's donations made to Doctors Without Borders for Team Watermelon Seed in the name of DAG, you will be getting yourself a chance to win our 3D printed
Little dragon.
And we are going to give one of these away every time we hit $100 in donations during a stream, and we're going to be giving away a dice tower every time we hit $200 in donations on a stream, and we give them away randomly to one person in the chat. But if you guys want to make that happen, donate to Doctors Without Borders. It's an amazing cause, and it basically is going to help a lot of horrible situations that are happening in the world, like Gaza. And we want to make sure that we can do what little we can to help out. So we're doing that for them. And also, just do what you can to help us out if you can. Subscribe where you can. Follow where you can. And then again, we also have merch you can get, and we would love to see more people wearing the merch. And we're going to look at doing some more wall art, so be along
Yay!
for that. Thank you all again for joining us. We are going to go and take a few moments to decide who we're going to raid. You guys hang out for a bit and chat, and we will be right back. Thank you again.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.